I think they'll pop in.
Okay, we're live. I have to put in that countdown because of the 15-second rule on YouTube now. That's and it comes off so goofy that like I can't really take it seriously.
I feel like Chris Jericho every time you do that.
Damn. Yeah, it might as well be, right? Maybe I should like put in his freaking his intro. So
the old countdown. That'd be dope.
Yes, indeed. But welcome guys to 2REAL4FEELS podcast, where we specifically do not give a fuck about your feelings. We got one of the panel members tonight. I don't know where TJ is, and I don't know where Blaze is. So maybe he'll find out that, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be on a podcast today, and I totally forgot about it as we're in the middle of it. But hopefully it comes through. If not, I understand what it's. I don't understand, but I do kind of understand what it's like to have children, because I have a cat, and that's a lot of work in itself. So I can't imagine a whole other human being to be responsible for, and more than one. So yeah, that's just what it is. But hey guys, it's good to see you. We do have the podcast every other week, and I can't imagine doing this weekly. I would be in a constant state of anxiety, and it's
what the
not
hell
like
would you talk about? What the hell would you talk
that too? Exactly. I'd be in a constant state of anxiety because of that. Because I like to be prepared when I do things like this. Like I would literally just be in a constant state of anxiety every single week, and I would not be able to help it. But I am thankful to have the homie Ozzknot here. Oz, how you been, bro? How's it going?
I'm alright.
Yeah, same old.
Yep.
I got you. And then hold on one sec. And then let's see what's good with the chat. I don't know why I don't see the chat ain't popping up on StreamYard tonight. That's disheartening, but what are you gonna do? So we got Red Hood. What's good with your homie? Neozoic says hello.
Red Hood.
Yeah, Red Hood absolutely cannot stand you.
Hello, Red Hood.
And honestly, I can't say I blame him. To be completely honest, because he thinks that you're on crack with some of your takes, but that's what I think is entertaining. So I appreciate you having the most crackhead ass takes, because it diversifies the opinion pool. And we got Hustle and Motivate. What's good with your homie? The Melodic Punk says Jungle Boy is better than Darby Allin. I do like Jungle Boy, man. Jungle Boy is cool. I know that Oz, you're also a fan. You're a fan of both, I think, right?
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah,
I know you love Jungle Boy and you appreciate Darby Allin.
Oh yeah, they both do.
I actually have. Hold on, let me see. Back when I was still like super into like AEW, I picked this thing up right here. There we go. So can't say I don't appreciate Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus right there. So I do.
Want that figure. What that figure?
At this point, I might as well give it away with how little interest I have, honestly, in wrestling lately. But it is what it is. But I do appreciate me some Jungle Boy. Is good wrestler, does some crazy shit, and yeah, that's what's up. So what's good with you, Melodic Punk? Alex vs. Evil. BK Born, what's good with you, fam? Good to see you. So I don't know why, but tonight for some reason chat is not popping up on StreamYard. Crackhead ass StreamYard tonight. So sorry if I don't pop up your comments on screen. It is what it is. R.I.P. New Jack.
He's been dead for a while. What's your R.I.P. for a while?
Yeah, that's one. But it's good to have y'all here. And quick shout out to the members of the channel. Thank you so much. I'm Rich, Swag Lord, Hustle and Motivate, Our Carry, and get this work. All really, really good dudes. Really appreciate y'all. Honestly, man, it means so much. It really does. It's like I can't express how appreciative I am. Honestly, I really do appreciate that. But yeah, yeah. Neozek says Rip J Briscoe. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Look, honestly, I never watched Ring of Honor, man. I never did. It's sad. I have been watching a little bit of the highlights that pop up
Yeah.
on
Go
Twitter.
back and watch. Go back and
Yeah,
watch.
I'm gonna have to check out some of his stuff. Like what really like makes you feel it, even though you haven't necessarily watched Jay. Like I haven't necessarily watched Jay Briscoe, is like the outpouring of like sadness and all these people just coming out, just being truly sad. And honestly, dude got into a car accident with his kids. He has like two young ones, and I heard that one of them had to have like back surgery, and that's terrible, man. Like honestly, I couldn't imagine it. I really couldn't imagine it. That's one of the worst things you could hear
Hurry.
about. So
Yeah, those two were very close.
condolences to the family. One thing that did, I don't know, should I talk about this? One thing that I'm hearing
Yeah.
about this is why AEW didn't do tribute episode on Dynamite to Jay Briscoe. And this is like, I'll bring it up real quick. This is the
They
kind of
kind of did.
so they were planning to do a tribute episode like they did for what's his name?
Jay Briscoe. Oh,
No, no, no.
Brody?
Yeah, like for Brody Lee, they were planning to do something to that level for Jay, due to you know
Mm,
how insane this was. But apparently, from what I'm hearing, Warner Bros. Said no. Hold on, I'll bring that shit. Like this is what kills me, man. They're saying report Warner Brothers Discovery banned AEW from holding a Jay Briscoe tribute episode uh on Dynamite. And they're saying the reason why, and this shit just blows my mind every time that I hear a story like this. They said Warner
yeah.
Brothers Discovery banned the Briscoes from appearing on AEW TV due to Jay's homophobic comments from 2013, 10 years ago. Briscoe apologized for his comments on multiple occasions and again earlier this year. Several from the LGBTQ plus community paid tribute to the 13-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion following his passing. And I've seen that too. I've
Yeah.
literally seen that. I've seen Sonny Kiss like saying like it's sad that it happened to such a good dude. So
Yeah.
like, you could say something 10 years ago and be genuinely sorry about it and own up to that shit, and still you upon your own death, you can't be forgiven. That is the level of crazy we are
Yeah.
in 2023. It's not getting better. And it's sad, man, that you can't pay tribute to this man in a genuine way because politics. That's sad. But
Double A actually said something really nice about him, that he tried to like he was just a nice man. He was a good guy. He's gonna miss him.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of people have said a lot of good things about the dude, That's what makes it so sad when you really do see like tweets upon tweets upon tweets of really good, genuine, like good things that people mention about this individual. It sucks to see someone die so young, so tragically.
I mean, they didn't do a full whole episode in respects of him, but they did like a little like package in the beginning, and he did some things like the Young Bucks came out with armbands on, and like we're doing some of their moves and stuff, so which was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, Hustle said that Jay Briscoe may have had a bit of issues in his past. I mean,
Who doesn't?
everyone has said some crazy shit throughout their life. Everyone's done something crazy, and it seems like the dude was sorry about it. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Just wish that people would get their just due, upon their death. You know, if they can be if they can ask for forgiveness in life, can't you have at least the decency, uh, the 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 maturity to forgive someone in their death? But anyways, man, moving on to just better, like not less depressing things. Oz, what you've been playing, what you've been watching, what has piqued your interest as of late? In chat, same to you. What you've been playing, what you've been watching, what has piqued your interest, everyone? Oops, what did I do here? Oops, it wasn't me. He dropped out. All right, so for me, let's just move to what I've been up to. For me, I watched Tokyo Godfathers for the first time, and that's really awesome movie. I really genuinely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. So that's freaking awesome. It's directed by the same individual that did the film, one of my favorite animated films called Perfect Blue. That is a really crazy like psychological horror thriller. It honestly, great freaking director. Tokyo Godfathers is like this awesome comedy where basically three homeless individuals. One is like a middle-aged man, one is a transgender male to female, and one is a teenage girl. All three of them are homeless, and oh my god. Anyway, anyway, they find an abandoned baby in a pile of trash, and basically they're trying to find the baby's mother. And despite that being heavy topics of discussion, they still managed to make it very entertaining, very funny, and I really enjoyed that. It's really highly recommended anime film if y'all are looking for something. I also watched Last of Us HBO, and then shit, I've been doing quite a bit of gaming on a bunch of different games. I started on Bulletstorm since that's a 360 game that I missed out on. Playing it on
Mhm.
PC runs really well on Steam. I just have it locked at 100 FPS because like at 100 FPS, I don't really feel like I need any more, but I could unlock it and probably go higher than that. But freaking awesome. Started playing through Sifu because honestly, I've been playing it on lower difficulty because I don't have the patience to actually get super good at that game. The level of good you need to be to not die perma die, and I can't be bothered with games with permadeath and you have to start all over again. I can't. So the fact that they patched it to where I can try enough to get good at the game and but actually not be like pissed the fuck off that I have to restart the whole game when I really mess up.
Mhm.
That's good. But you still can die enough times for it to restart you, from what I believe. So hey, and I just want to enjoy the game for what it is without being extremely aggravated. Been playing a lot of Fortnite. Also been playing Divine Knockout. Monkey King is coming out tomorrow, so I'm close to having the one green coin, so I could buy him without paying for him. So that's cool. Been playing a lot of golf with your friends with like uh Blizz, Red Hood, Bit Cloud Gaming. Like we just been hanging out playing a lot of that. That's really fun. And I started going back to Yakuza Like a Dragon. And guys, so I'm like at around level 20. Anybody who knows how to grind, like places to go to grind in that game, please tell me because I need to grind. Like I've been getting the shit kicked out of me. And I'm like, yeah, this is not possible. In my current state, I have to actually go grind to level up. So if there's any like tips on places to go grind in Yakuza Like a Dragon, I would appreciate that. But Oz, I was trying to ask you what you've been playing, what you've been watching,
Oh
but
my
then you
God.
abruptly got booted. So
Yeah.
let
Thanks,
us
Cameron.
know what you've been up to.
Well, we watched the Last of Us show, which was really good.
Yeah.
Very, very good, surprisingly. Even
You weren't
though,
even hyped for it.
no, I honestly really didn't even know about it until
Oh
like the
really?
last minute. Like, oh,
You
yeah, yeah, I had no idea.
That's
But
funny.
Ellie has a giant forehead and a bug me. Looks nothing like her.
She kind of,
Um,
I'm not even going to get into how they look. To me,
she
it's
looks like
like,
a vulture. She looks like a vulture.
Damn.
She
Well,
looks like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
oh, you know what? We go. That's a topic. So like the show is a topic. So we'll get into that. What else you been? What else you been up to? Did you just drop out again? He did. I'm pretty sure that he did. But let's see what the chat's been up to. Melodic Punk brings up that nasty ass Velma show. Yeah, disgusting. Let me see. Music. Shout out to Jim Cornette's podcast. I don't really mess with Jim Cornette like that. He always has some weird shit to say. So I just kind of avoid him. I remember he said something about like, I don't know, fried chicken. It was like, why would you say something so dumb? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm good on this dude. Can't really trust it. In terms of being level headed. Ooh. Yo, what's good, Revenant? It's good to see you as always, bro. Said been playing Onimusha 3. That's what's up, man. And oh my gosh, Alex First People says he's been playing YouTube. Well, it's better than playing Twitter, that's for sure. I'm ready for Dead Space remake and SpongeBob game to come out. Yo, that's what's up. I hope you enjoy them both. I hope they're both really good games. They both look really, really good, honestly. And I'm not a SpongeBob fan, but that SpongeBob game looks pretty flames. I ain't gonna lie. But let me throw Oz back in here.
Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm sorry about that, folks.
Nah, you good, man. It's not your fault.
I'm playing God of War. I'm still playing The Witcher a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't believe it. Ready? Are you ready for the boiling of the blood? I'm playing a fucking MOBA game. Yep, I'm doing it, folks. I'm there. I'm killing my. This is it. This is it. This is what midlife crisis looks like, everybody.
Yeah, you
I
definitely in the
got it.
middle of your fucking
I
life.
don't want to play it. It's actually, I'm at the point now. It's like I don't even really want to turn on my console. I just like I rather play this game. It's
Oh,
on the fine quarter. Oh yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
disgusting. You should be
You know
ashamed
what
of
I'm playing
yourself.
too? If anybody
What?
wants to play, it's called T3
No.
Arena. It's a 3-on-3 shooter. If you like
Are you playing it
Splatoon
on
and
the
like oh
phone? Are you like aiming using the screen as the controller?
yeah, that just try. Hey, listen, if you like Overwatch and like Splatoon, it's actually really fun.
I just ate chili. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. Ugh.
Wow, it's fun. I swear, it's actually fun. It's addicting,
No,
and I don't know why. But listen,
no.
I hate MOBA games. I try.
Clearly you don't. Clearly you also smoke crack. That's
Yes, Red
crazy.
Hood. He's thinking this guy's an idiot. Yes, Red Hood.
Yes,
Yes, I agree
yes.
with you. I am an idiot.
Even agrees. He's an idiot. Oh my god. Neozoic asks, which movie franchise series do you think got the most damage ruined by political nonsense, woke mob, SJW shit? Honestly, Star Wars, man. Like
Yeah,
Star Wars was that. Like nothing could, even if you didn't like the prequels, nothing was touching Star Wars. Now it's like they're like a lot of the newer figures are now worthless when they come out. Like
yeah,
Star Wars figures have been infamous for gaining so much value over time. It was one of the biggest IPs. I was actually watching a movie last night actually called My Bodyguard. Has it's like a lot of good actors in it before they were famous. But I was noticing in the background the main protagonist's room like a Star Wars poster, but they don't really show it. You can only see like half of it. And he was actually playing with like a Star Wars like ship. And they don't make direct reference to Star Wars, but it was such a big deal like Star Wars when it came out that that it was I've seen multiple like little things that were Star Wars related in like this really small budget film. I thought that was, I didn't really realize that until I watched it in HD for the first time, where you kind of notice all the background.
Oh,
Yes,
and also,
Dope
and
Fett.
also,
Yes, my bodyguard from 1980. I actually love that movie.
I will.
Besides the terrible soundtrack, I hate the soundtrack. Love the movie. Go ahead, Oz.
I'll be playing Monster Hunter Rise tonight. So I'll be playing
Okay,
that.
this was up. The created character is awesome in that game. I made like a feudal Japan era Trunks, and he looks amazing.
Can I make a transformer?
No. Damn. So Neozoic said game versus game, Dead Space versus Resident Evil 4. Well, I didn't play Resident Evil 4, so
Oh
I'd
yeah.
have to go at Dead Space. So oh, Rocky, the Black Dragon says he's getting a new PS3 Super Slim with 500 gigabytes and 3 games very soon. Hey, that's what's up. I know you're into like retro gaming. You like to keep it classic, so I know that's definitely gonna make you happy. I hope you enjoy it, bro. And yo, MJ, what's good with you? MJ Armstrong said, I'm trying to finish Lemon Cake and Mad Max and that and that Vertigo. So I've been meaning to play Vertigo. I bought it for like Halloween, but I didn't get to it. Is
The hell
it
is
worth
Vertigo?
it? Is it good? It's like basically, so there's this game that's like a super story driven game. It's kind of like the Wolf Among the Wolf Among Us or like the Quantic
Okay.
Dream games. But it's like
Mhm.
it's cell shaded, but like the thing
Hmm.
that kind of made me say, "Oh, I want to try this," is that it's influenced by Alfred Hitchcock's film Vertigo, and it literally is called Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, the game. So that's pretty cool. So I was
Hmm.
instantly kind of like, "Huh, I want to give this a go," but I haven't gotten the chance to start it yet. So hopefully it
Interesting.
is legit. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Cornette said some shit like strap a bucket of chicken to yourself running around. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. That was insane. I'm just like, yo, this dude is too fucking much. I'm like, nah, that can't be like that. You choose to be that stupid.
Who's that?
Jim Cornette. He
Oh,
says
he's an asshole.
insane shit, dude. Like,
He's an
holy
ass.
fuck.
He's an asshole.
I just think, honestly, I think he's crazy. But
I think he
yeah.
is too. I
Neozoic
think he's
says,
lost his
yeah,
mind.
yeah. At least Star Wars prequel trilogy was good. Had good moments and it expanded on universe. In my opinion, Star Wars prequel trilogy are overhated. I mean, look, I think that at the time they definitely deserved their criticism, no doubt. But when you modern film has made past film like 20 plus years ago that we thought was trash look like gems in comparison. Because some film now is so genuinely terrible that really it makes our complaints back in the day seem so minuscule in comparison. But some of them were genuinely not very good movies. Like I think Star Wars Episode 2 is a fucking terrible movie. Like
Right.
some terrible fucking acting. Oh my god. I like Episode 1 because I really love that last battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. I think Darth Maul is an amazing villain. I wish that he
Oh
would have
yeah.
came back. And then Episode 3, that huge battle between Obi-Wan and what's his face? What's his name? Anakin Skywalker. There we go. It's been a minute since I
Yeah.
watched those movies, though. They're movies that I can't just pop in casually to watch either. Like I can casually watch the original Star Wars movies,
I
like
don't like Star
anytime.
Wars at all.
Nah, but like
Can't.
those prequel movies, I have to really be in a certain mood to watch the movies. But they're still to me way better than modern Star Wars. But TJ said he's gonna try to make it, but he's not home right now. So we just gonna get into like some basic stuff. Oz, have you ever been into Pokemon? I think Oz dropped out again. Homie's internet is acting wild tonight. All right, so first topic is Ash Ketchum is apparently done. Like done. And that's crazy. So like for me, I haven't watched the Pokemon anime since I was a kid, but when I was a kid, like I was at that perfect age demographic for when Pokemon hit. Hold on, let's bring Oz back in. You good, bro?
This thing's fucking up like crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think the StreamYards is acting funny because I can't bring up my comments either. So that sucks, but we gotta make it work for what it is. But
Fuck it.
Oz, have you ever been into Pokemon at all?
No.
No, because you were a little too old for when the Pokemon
Yeah.
wave hit. For me,
I thought that shit
I
was
was
for
like
nerds
5
and
years.
good.
No, for me, I was like 5 years old. So like when Pokemon hit, like I was obsessed. I was Pikachu obsessed. I remember for Christmas, my parents bought me this entire like Pokemon set that came with everything you can think of, from like bath towel to blanket sheets, freaking I had a Pikachu bed that was actually shaped like, I mean, a pillow that was shaped like Pikachu. It had like the tail and everything. It came with like pencils, notebooks, backpack, everything Pokemon like that you could think of. Like it came with this set. And then I had like the Pokemon light up sneakers. Like I was obsessed. I had the games. I remember they used to sell the Pokeballs that used to have little figurines of the Pokemon in them. And like I would try
Uh-huh.
and throw the Pokeballs, and it would basically break open. Like yes, I would actually throw these little fucking keychain collectible Pokeballs
Uh-huh. That's
like
why
an
you don't throw
idiot.
your
When
balls. Your ball.
that was but like I used to watch the Pokemon anime like religiously every day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's crazy to think that Ash Ketchum isn't going to be the protagonist in Pokemon anymore. It's
Yeah, that's it. Man.
it's kind of weird. It's like it's so I think like a year or two ago he finally won the Pokemon League. So that was a big deal because it took him like 20 fucking years to do it. Over
He's
20
like
years.
40. He's like 40 now. He's like my age doing it.
Well, he should be like 40 now, but he's still 10 years old.
Well, just like Bart Simpson never ages. He's like 10 too. So
Oh my god. That shit is crazy. But let me bring up this. So yeah, Pokemon to go without Ash Ketchum and Pikachu. Pokemon's main man Ash Ketchum and his loyal Pikachu are set to leave the anime series after 25 years. 25, bro. That's crazy. Producers said on Friday that a new adventure features fresh faces will begin in April of 2023. Actress Sarah Natachaney, who had provided the English voice for Ash and other characters since 2006, said it had been an extraordinary privilege. No matter what lies beyond his final chapter, he'll live forever. Uh, he'll live forever in the hearts of many generations to come. And yeah, she's basically saying it's 17 years. It's been an extraordinary privilege to have been an English voice actor for Ash Ketchum for what will be 17 years, no matter what lies beyond this. Yeah, like that's
oh, she's
crazy.
cute. That's who plays Ash.
Yes. I wonder what she looks like when she first started voice acting Ash Ketchum. Like she must have been like a kid.
Right.
But so from what I heard, they're redoing the original intro with like modern day visuals, which I think is cool. And apparently Misty and Brock are going to make like an appearance for like for Ash's like final few episodes. And it's pretty crazy to think that homie is not like the world is changing. Okay. This is like, I've watched Ash Ketchum at the age of 5 years old and he had never left Pokemon. So the fact that this is like a thing now, like he's no longer to be part of Pokemon, my mind is blown, honestly. And I know that a lot of, the people that watch my channel grew up with this stuff. Like, we used to play the games, we used to watch the anime. That was my shit back in the day. And Alex Mason here says I was more of a Digimon guy. I, as a kid, resented Digimon. I
I love
absolutely
Digimon.
I absolutely hated Digimon. I used to say that, oh, it's a knockoff Pokemon. I refuse to watch it. But I was like 5, bro. Like I was
It
a
was
young
way
kid.
better than Pokemon. It was way better.
I heard it was more mature than Pokemon to an
The
certain
first season was cool. After that, it sucked ass.
Damn. Alex Recibo said I had a Pokemon birthday party. I can't say
Dork.
I had a Pokemon birthday party, but I remember like having like actually I think no wait, so my brother had like a we had a party for my brother, and like the table had like the Pokemon stuff and the Pokemon hats and the cake and the
Did you put him
Pokemon cake.
through it? Did you put him through it? Did you put him through
No. I think I was like 2 at the time. He was very, very young. I was
Oh,
a little kid myself. But yeah, he wasn't even going to school when we had that party. But it is a lot of great memories with Pokemon, honestly. Despite the games being dog shit now, I look forward to when Pokemon does put out a good game, which is very rarely. But hey, it be like that. I can't help but be nostalgic for Pokemon because it has such a lasting effect on my life. Uh it was the show that I grew up with. You know, I was
yep,
way more into Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball started coming out before I was even like born, from what I believe. Uh,
right.
like Pokemon started airing right when I was a kid, so I grew up with it. So it's weird that Ash is not going to be a part of it, but yo, I man, what's good with you, fam? Hope all is well with you. Always good to see you. Yeah, I man said Ash is the champion. Let him retire. Yeah. I mean, at
Right.
this point he won the Pokemon League. What more is there for him to do? So I totally understand why they're doing it. You know, I don't have a
He's got
problem
EP.
with this.
He's got EP Pikachu in the last episode. Turn him into a hat.
Oh my god, you are terrible.
Yeah.
So Neozoic says, I heard a rumor theory that the new main character for the Pokemon anime Rico will be the daughter of Ash Ketchum. So are we gonna finally see Ash Ketchum as an adult? Because he's been 10 years old for like 25 years of my life.
And guess
That
what?
would
It's gonna be a trans character. Wait.
shut up.
You know it's coming.
Uh,
You know it's
you know,
coming.
I mean, you never know. You can't put anything. I mean, it is Japan though. They haven't embraced that. You know, there's a few outliers that kind of have,
Right.
but it is Japan. So the melodic punk says, I love Nintendo, but never was huge into Pokemon. I liked the show
Yeah.
as a kid.
Oh,
Yeah,
Pokemon.
honestly, I completely understand. Like when I got like to being like 9 years old, I kind of just stopped being into Pokemon, you know, the anime, because it was really childish, but it was great for what it was, and people loved it for 25 years. It has had an amazing audience, and it's going to continue to have an audience. And you
Oh yeah.
know, I hope that Pokemon still kills it in the anime, because the movies. I mean, because the fucking video games are dog shit. So I hope there's some good Pokemon somewhere
Yeah.
in the realm of entertainment. Um, Yo, Space One, what's good with you? You said, what up, Cassie? Thanks for the follow on Twitter. Just stop by to support your dig. Salute. Yeah, I appreciate that, fam. Honestly, I really do appreciate that. And you seem mad cool. So I was like, hey, like the thing about Twitter is people that only retweet stuff, I don't like to follow them. I want like people to talk about their, their personal thoughts and all that, even if I don't necessarily agree with them. But if I do agree, hey, that's cool too. But like, if people just retweet stuff and that's all they do, I can't really justify following. But like, if you put out your own thoughts, you like to have discussions, you put your own tweets out there. I mean, it's okay to retweet stuff here and there, but I love to follow people that actually engage in discourse on Twitter. That to me is interesting. So, Neozoic said favorite Pokemon generation. What is Ruby Sapphire Gen 4? I'd have to say, besides the original, because I think the original Pokemon are iconic. Even though there's some funny ass looking Pokemon, I should have brought up like a picture showing all the Pokemon and just making fun of the really ugly ones.
My favorite one was Slowpoke. I loved him.
Slowpoke. Oh my god! So my favorite Pokemon are obviously Pikachu and Arcanine, because Arcanine like is effing amazing. Like giant dog looking character. Uh, I really, really love Arcanine. Like I have an Arcanine plushie in my game room because I'll always be obsessed with Arcanine. I can't help it. But yeah, moving on. Let's see. Well, I don't even know what to talk about next. Should we just go through a roundup stuff? A little roundup?
Sure, fuck it.
Because there's like a lot of little different things going on.
Fuck it.
That that I find interesting. Let's do funnies first because I did find some funny shit on in the Twitter sphere. Twitter to me is for shit posting or just making people
Hmm.
mad deliberately. So that's just how I go about it.
Which is funny.
Of course.
Which
So
is
you know how much I hate Marvel movies now, right? Like I used to be
oh yeah, they
super
suck
into them.
ass.
Remember, I used to go look at every single one that would come out. All
Yeah.
the comic book movies, I would be obsessive. Like when you first met me, I would have to go see them. Now you couldn't pay me to go see the motherfuckers. Like you really couldn't pay me. So I seen this tweet and I instantly died. It's, it said, "No offense, but this is what all Marvel movies look like to me now." And it's Spy Kids 3. I think Oz dropped out again, but this shit had me dead, bro. Like, honestly, I think, my homie Rob Motto tweeted that. I think he retweeted it. So that's how I saw it. But, like, honestly, this is how I feel. Like, this is how much of a joke these movies are to me now. I cannot take them seriously. Everything is just cringe as shit to me. Oh, look, now there's 2 of you all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, no.
That's right.
Oz is taking over. This is not good.
That's right.
Alright, now
That's
you
right.
finally
Of
left.
ours.
But, do you see the, the picture? It says, "No offense, but this is what all Marvel movies look like to me now," and
Yeah.
it's a fucking Spy
Yeah.
Kids 3
I'm
picture.
bored. I'm bored of these fucking superhero movies. I'm bored of
I
them.
Yo, what's good with you? Got the chick? It's good to see you as always, fam. Melodic Punk said Mr. Mime is goated. Yo, Mr. Mime is a creepy motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
You know that Pokemon that everyone says Nicki Minaj looks like? That bitch is creepy too.
Yeah, the one with the big ass lips.
Yes. That shit got me like, huh? But let me see what else we got here. I got another funny for y'all. But yeah, that one had me dead. Let me see. Uh oh yeah, here's one. Matt Magfest criticized for public jab at games website Kotaku and basically on a basically Magfest is a gaming event and they wrote Kotaku's journalistic integrity 404, which means can't find. And
Uh,
and what's crazy is Kotaku got super butthurt about it. And it's like, bruh, like it's just true. You guys have no journalistic integrity. To the mass majority of the gaming community,
it's
Kotaku
true.
is
They
a
suck
meme.
ass.
Yeah, like you can just go on Kotaku's Twitter and just scroll
They're a
through.
joke.
It's like article after article that's clickbait or just saying something so stupid that your
They
brain
have no
cells are
opinions
just
about anything.
no, it's just rage bait to get you to click on their
Mhm.
bullshit. And honestly, I love any chance that I can get to destroy Kotaku and just blatantly mock and shame them. I love it. I live for it. It's entertainment. To me, the dumping on companies or websites like Kotaku is entertainment to me because I don't find like modern day entertainment. A lot of it,
Yeah.
most of it's kind of trash, honestly. So yeah, I thought that one was hilarious. But unfortunately, Magfest. The thing is, they caved. It was a joke. At the end of the day, it was a joke. They caved and removed it and apologized for it. It's like this is you guys were cool, and then you apologize to the butt hurts, and this is why you guys suck. So it was funny
Hmm.
until they fucked it up. And then we got so let's go to all right, we'll just go to general news that I did want to touch upon because Cult of the
Okay.
Lamb is getting an update. So and it's content updates, and there's gonna be a second so it's the first update's coming early 2023. So I'll be picking that
Hmm.
up. Any excuse to jump back on Cult of the Lamb. That's my personal game of the year last year. And then a second content update is also planned for later in the year. So I'm hyped for that. I'm gonna be on that bitch again.
How much is it free updates or
Let me see. I'm not even too sure whether it's free or not. I'll be there. Let me see. Relics of the Old Faith content update, which will launch. We don't have a specific release date. Probably gonna be like paid. New combat options, dungeons, and endgame content will be included, all with a couple of little secrets for you to uncover. Yeah, I don't really know. Oh, it's a free major update, so it is free content. Even
How
better.
much is the game right now? I might actually be picking up
Uh,
tonight.
Let me check. I mean, I can only check on Steam right now.
Yeah.
Right now it's 25. I've seen it on sale before. Might as well wait for a
That's
sale
not
since I
bad.
didn't buy it day one. I mean, it's a really, really good game. I don't know. I mean, I think you'll like it because you're into dark humor. And
Yeah.
oh shit, hold up, we got the homie coming through. What up, TJ? How's it going with you, fam?
Yo,
What
you can
up?
hear me?
Hey.
Yep.
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 All right,
Loud and
cool.
clear, man. How you been, fam?
Hey man, I'm back in Osama bin Laden's cave, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I got the mini fridge. I'm
That's
sitting here
the
trying to get
fridge.
I'm trying to get Lev from The Last of Us Part 2 to play Hogwarts Legacy, you know what I'm saying? So we just
Damn. Hey, whatever floats your boat, fam. Yo, John the Don, what's good with you, fam? How you been, bro? But we're just talking about like little general things that's going on. I'm actually glad that you're here because I was gonna bring up the specs for Forspoken.
okay.
So I actually had to find out from someone that knows a little bit about hold on, let me bring this up. About like AMD's Ryzen series because they're saying that an AMD Ryzen 5 5500X at 3.8 gigahertz it doesn't exist. So when I found that out, I just couldn't help but laugh. And
Yeah.
this is Square Enix posting the system requirements.
Yeah,
So,
basically like the looking just if you just glance and read the minimum and the recommended and like you could just tell that the game is not optimized at all. It's just basically saying if you have the most powerful card and processor and you have the
Yeah.
most memory that you could have, that works for us. Like they literally did nothing. Like they did nothing when it came to optimizing this game. It's disgusting.
and you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
fine for
pretty
fun.
sure the game's gonna have de novo anti-piracy, which uses assets from your computer. And then on top of it all, these guys actually have the gall to launch this game as unoptimized as it seems to be. And some people are saying, like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Look at these specs, bro. I need a 3070, which I do not have. I have a 3060 just to run this game at 1440p 30 FPS. That's crazy, bro. And 24 gigabytes of RAM, which I don't have. I only have 16. This is unacceptable. I don't understand how they thought that this was cool. This is like a meme to me. You just killed a bunch of potential sales that this game had on PC. And a lot of people are already like on defense about the game. And to be honest with you, I think that the combat for this game is pretty fun. But it's not really like a great game by any means. It just looks mid.
Nah,
And
it's okay.
the game don't even look good. Like it looks out no, technically it looks good, but it doesn't look good enough to warrant the system requirements on PC.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
are saying, "Oh, well, that's why the consoles are technically superior." Nah, bitch. Playing that shit on performance mode, the resolution was dropping to like 720p at some point. So that's not really the case either. That doesn't mean well optimized. I'm sorry to have to tell y'all, but yo, what's good, Rezi? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. John Dadon says he's chilling. Just having some dinner and had to pull up. I really appreciate that, bro. As always, Jordan Parker says it makes me wonder if they have DLSS. 3070 running 30 FPS is unacceptable. Exactly, bro. Like there's something clearly wrong here. And yeah, a lot of people that were saying like they're actually kind of interested in the game, but we're gonna buy it on PC. They're like, yeah, I might wait for a sale or maybe cop it on the console. Like with a game that's like this game isn't drawing people in. So with that, you kind of have to make the level of entry super low. This isn't it. So yeah, that's my general thoughts on it. I don't know if you guys have anything
Yeah,
else
Square
to say.
Square Enix have been very lazy when it comes to PC ports for a very long time. We've noticed
Yep.
that in regards to the Final Fantasy VII remake, how that released on PC, where the settings was so bare bones that it was basically useless for
Yep.
anyone that was, playing it on, PC, or whether it was Steam or, wherever. So this is at least they're consistent. I could give them credit for that. They're consistent at
Consistently
being
shit.
bad at doing PC ports. So I could give them credit. At
The,
least it's
o-
not new.
the only time they drop a decent freaking port is by doing a remaster of a PSP game. That's the only time they have a well optimized port on PC. That's crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like it's just nasty.
yo, Resigned. What's good with you, fam? Um, damn, Rocky the Black Dragon says I'm not gonna touch Forspoken with a 10 or 15-inch barge pole. Jesus, yeah, like Squareman, they're not gonna be satisfied until the games just don't sell on PC altogether. Then they're gonna be crying, and then they'll probably stop putting games on PC. If I'm completely honest, because I mean, they did that shit to Xbox. Given it's not like Xbox fans actually, go out of their way to buy Square Enix games, but a lot of these companies have a hard time taking accountability for their own failures. So that's how I feel about that in general. Another story that has me kind of hyped because I don't know if you guys know I love Oblivion. It's honestly one of my all-time favorite games. So fans have been working on in Oblivion uh mod. They're basically what they're planning to do, and they've been working on this for years. It's called Sky Oblivion, where essentially they kind of just they're giving Oblivion the Skyrim treatment in terms of visuals. And a lot of people might say, "Well, that's terrible." But I mean, to be fair, uh, the game will look a lot better. You know, Oblivion is a pretty old game. That, so I'm not shitting on it. But visually, it would look a lot better if it did look like Skyrim. And personally, I prefer Oblivion so much more than Skyrim. And I would rather play this. So I've been pretty hyped for this. I've been trying to keep the hype down because I know it's so far away. But they confirmed that the latest release date for this is in 2025. So
What's this for?
it's a fan made basically the concept is basically giving oh shit.
What's going on?
Yeah,
Because
is he still there?
yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so basically, it's fan made. It's gonna be on PC, where
Oh,
basically they're giving Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the Skyrim treatment. So it's gonna look like Skyrim, which is an upgrade.
wow.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's been something that's been in development for a really long time. I'm super hyped for it. It's still a long ways out. 2025 is a long ways out, but I mean, literally, I don't know how long we've been waiting for this, but it's been super duper duper long. So yeah, see, Phil DVG said he's been waiting for it for years, and I've been there with you, bro. Me and my brother, like Oblivion is one of our all time favorite games, and my brother literally bought a Steam Deck so he could have Oblivion on the go. That was his goal of buying a Steam Deck, and we're both excited for this. I mean, at least now we have an official release date. But the one thing I know that you're excited for, Oz, is this right here. Here we go. WWE 2K23 reportedly set to launch in late March. The next WWE game should be revealed later this month. So they're saying that it'll be revealed on January 28th. This is reports as part of WWE's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, probably be the last one.
I guess that makes it justifiable in buying it, right?
probably be the last fucking one. So get it, folks.
Yeah, this comes as developer Visual Concepts seems to be winding down support for the current title, WWE 2K22. The March release date would also be in line with previous games in the series, with 2022 having launched March 11, 2022. So this will be like just before WrestleMania, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up. So I mean, I'm hyped to see if it's a true upgrade from the previous one, because I think that WWE 2K22 had some good things about it. I think it
Oh, yeah.
was like it was a revamp that the series did need, but it's missing stuff. So hopefully, you know, this
Yeah, wrestlers, good ones.
well, I mean that, but also a lot of features. Like it was bare bones in some regards. So like I'm hoping that this will be, you know, like I don't know if you remember 2K15, how terrible that game was. It was literally
Yeah, it
rock
was
paper
horrible.
scissors. Yeah, I'm thankfully I didn't buy that. It looked pretty, but it was completely bare bones. So I'm hoping, but when 2K16 came out, that was a massive upgrade. Like that was a whole
Yeah,
new game. So I'm hoping 2K23 will be like
because
this.
2022 was a damn good game. It was probably one of visually the like most impressive ones they made in a really long time. I mean, people are still making characters and content that look like DLC characters. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Honestly, it is pretty impressive. And like I think the control changes that they made, I enjoy it. I was I was playing a lot of like weird shit. Like the different game modes. I can't remember the game mode
Yeah,
I was playing. I need to actually revisit 2K22 because I did buy
I
like the season
it's good.
pass, but I didn't play like a lot of the new characters that they added. So, I mean, I think it's a finished product now. That's when I honestly like to go to games, when they're, like, completely finished and no more updates. That's just how I
I
am.
hope to God they put war games in this. Please
Yeah.
put war games in this game.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, you should, man. That would be awesome. But, yeah, I'm excited for it. Hopefully, it's
Just
good.
think the
Hopefully
roster should be better. Being Bray Wyatt's back. Cody Rhodes should be in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to in that regard for sure. Damn. Rocky says Square Enix needs to take responsibility for the actions. Bro, in modern day, nobody takes responsibility for actions.
No, we
That's why I
don't.
feel like the people that do are dumb at this point. Because it's like,
Mhm.
and I'm not trying to justify what Square Enix is saying, but like, I hate people that apologize when, like, to, you know, like, basically, nonsensical backlash. Like, honestly, at this point, like, it just makes you look weak. That's how I feel. Because nobody else takes responsibility. It's just what side are you on, and you know, who's coming after you. Based upon that, you know, it seems to decide who can get away with not caving and who can't. So that's why I just don't even I don't value apologizing to just outrage in general. But yeah, next up, let's hold on. Did I have something else here? No. Let me get rid of that. I have so many things up right now, tabs. It's disgusting. Oh yeah, TJ, I don't know if you saw this, but I'm gonna bring this one up again because
What
I thought
happened?
it was hilarious. I think you would appreciate that. It's about Marvel movies.
Oh man.
Yeah, basically it's literally a picture of Spy Kids 3 and it says no offense, but this is what all Marvel movies look like to me now.
That's a fact. That's exactly what they look like now.
They do. They do.
They're getting progressively worse.
Yeah, I can't take them
Vikings was
seriously.
actually pretty good. Vikings was actually pretty good.
And
Yeah,
the word is that they're losing money. So I
they
would
are.
imagine their budgets are gonna look like that, and the movies are gonna actually start looking like that with bad costumes
Yeah,
too.
they're gonna be crying after this Mario movie comes out because they're gonna get fucking smacked hard,
Oof.
real hard.
Yeah.
Hey
Yeah, I
man, we
mean,
talked about this Mario movie last podcast, and you reneged so fast.
damn.
I'm telling you, they're gonna make a lot of fucking movies. I mean, has anybody seen the soft open Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios?
Uh, yeah, I was
And
looking at
they
pictures.
are, oh my god, dude, they're making fucking bank. They are making fucking money. I don't, you know what? They don't give two shits about video games. They're like, we don't give a fuck. We're making money. We got a theme park and a fucking movie. We don't give a shit. We
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
So I heard that the American version, like, so they have one in Japan, and now this new one opening up is in America. I hear that the
Yeah,
food in the American version is inferior to the Japanese food in the other one, in
it
the one in
sucks.
Japan.
I wouldn't
Does
be
that mean it
surprised at
sucks?
all.
Yeah, it really would not
Inferior?
surprise.
I mean,
Yes,
it's
like
worse.
just bad.
No, I've heard it's actually pretty good. People were reviewing it. It's pretty good.
I was hearing that it's inferior to the Japanese food.
Uh,
Always mixed thoughts,
I'll
right?
go. I would go.
You
I would
do?
definitely would fucking go. Oh
Of
yeah.
course you would. You're like a fucking
I would
child
fucking do it.
that's in love with Mario.
Dude, get right, bro. I'm like, yo, where's Peach out? Let's do this.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting ever since I was like fucking in diapers.
Damn. Well, next topic is Ubisoft, man. Ubisoft unfortunately canceled 3 unannounced games and they delayed Skull and Bones again.
Yeah,
That
I know
game
it's
is
by that
dead.
piece of shit. Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah,
To
honestly,
Davy,
no,
I
what was
cast you
that?
to Davy. I cast you to Davy Jones Locker. Rest in peace, bitch.
Damn. It's one of those things where it's sad because, like, and honestly, I was like, maybe Skull and Bones could kind of be interesting. I mean, it looks like it has a lot of content, but then I heard it's a service game. I'm like, oh yeah, it's fucked now. Like that was what decided. Like I was like, maybe it could be good, and then that hit, and I'm just like, okay, nah, it's fucked.
I played the closed alpha beta thing, so I guess I can talk about it now. Fuck it. Why not? It ain't fucking coming out.
I mean,
fuck this game.
I don't know if you can though, because you signed like a disclosure agreement, right?
Well, they can suck me off. What are they gonna do? I'm
tried to play it. It wouldn't launch for me on PC.
It sucked. It fucking sucks.
Damn. Yeah, I get you. I mean, it sucks so bad it wouldn't even launch on PC for me. So I believe you.
I hate to say it, if you want to play a role pirate game, just go play King of Thieves. That's the role pirate game.
Sea of Thieves.
You mean Sea of Thieves?
Yeah. Whatever the fuck it's called. Whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. Personally, you know what's really sad about this, that they said that they canceled 3 unannounced games, and I feel like these games are probably their most unique. And obviously that's speculation, but usually if like a company's in a financial situation, they're gonna go with their IPs that are like well known and their go-tos. Like they're not gonna take chances. And I feel like these 3 games were probably like games that had unique concepts that are at least semi new to Ubisoft. Because Ubisoft does this thing where they just want to copy every trend, and it ends up being really lackluster and shitty. And so
it was probably that game, Prince of Persia, and something else. I bet you.
No, because they're unannounced. That's why.
So
we don't know. They're probably, honestly, their most unique experiences that they probably had in the works. But given that they ain't doing so well, it seems like, and a lot of these companies ain't doing so well. There's been a lot of layoffs across the entire industry, from Microsoft to I think Amazon to Unity to Riot Games. Now I'm hearing the company that owns GameSpot and a bunch of other things, they laid off a bunch of people as well. Like there's a lot of layoffs going on, man. A lot of people losing their jobs. It's rough out here. So games are going to suffer in some way, shape, or form, sadly. And I hope that just, the economic situation, makes a turn for the better soon, because it sucks when things that we have to look forward to suffer for it, and it sucks seeing a bunch of people, get laid off. It's not fair. It's really unfortunate. And hopefully people that had these jobs, that are passionate about their work, are able to land on their feet, But yeah, it sucks to see. It sucks to see that Ubisoft just has no direction. That's how I feel about them as a company. Yo, Zach Hall, what's good with you, bro? He said straight up, Ubisoft can drink shit, and I agree. Oh man, John, what's good? I was gonna just say that John to Don says they cancel unannounced games just to put out all these Assassin's Creed spin-offs, SMH. Yeah, because that's the safe bet for them. We're in an economic situation where they want to play it safe. That's just the unfortunate reality of what's going on in the world right now. What were you gonna say, CJ?
No, like they've been stuck in a place where they've been trying so hard to make everything they put out work, and nothing has been working for them. Like they tried, what was the name of that? It was like a first person battle royale. I think it was Hyperspace or something like that. Like they've been trying, that bombed. And they tried Roller Champions, that bombed. Like every game that they've been trying to release within the past like 3-4 years, outside of like Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, have been like bad games, and there's
Yeah.
nothing that they could do to fix it.
And to be honest, though, they're really those things that they're trying are service games, you know, and there's so many service games now that to get people to invest in yet another battle pass with probably the multiple battle passes they already have. Some of them are probably not going to finish because there's just too many games with battle passes now. So, I mean, to get people to invest in a games as a service, because those two games were service games, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's been a interesting road for them. I don't like because they still hold the IP for Prince of Persia. I want them to be successful, but they need to like actually focus and do what's right for their IPs and as well as their development team, because they
Yeah.
keep forcing them to make things that they clearly just don't have any passion for.
I don't think it's necessarily that they don't have passion for it, because I mean they seem passionate because at least the devs themselves seem passionate from what I was seeing. It's just that I think that they're really like new to making games, or maybe this is a higher scale game that they're making that they haven't been used to. And it seems like they aren't properly equipped to be making a Prince of Persia remake from what I've seen. Because that when they showed that game off, we were like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, that was different because they sent that to like a completely different like team, and that's like the team was like no experience at all, and they was like go make a new Prince of Persia game, and it was so bad they was like, okay, we gotta take the game back and make it ourselves.
You know, and it's crazy
So
because it's like when they were like, "Oh man, we're so hyped for this dev team to make the game," and it's because, well, you know, it wasn't because of their merits. It was like I don't
they wanted
understand
to
what
be
they were.
inclusive.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you picked the dev team because they connected to it, like on a way that doesn't mean that's going to equal quality necessarily, and that is just kind of weird to me. Just pick people like this is a game that people are extremely passionate about. Like a lot of people loved Prince of Persia the franchise, and to remake the original is a big deal, and Ubisoft didn't seem to be taking it seriously from that perspective. That's concerning. They really need to make some serious changes that gets them on the good side of the gaming community, because a lot of people don't really take them seriously. Most of their games end up half off in a month anyway, so what's the sense of being invested in Ubisoft? I would like to play some of Ubisoft's games, even some of the ones that people are like over, like they just don't give a fuck about them no more. Like I actually like the modern Assassin's Creed because I like the whole RPG aspect of it, but they are bloated. Like it's one of those things where I like them, but I understand why a lot of people don't. So, you know, I think that they can make good games. It's just that they need to get their priorities in order, you know? And I just think that Ubisoft's dealing with a lot of shit. Like I know Tencent's trying to buy them out, like a hostile takeover, pretty much
Yeah.
attempt. And people, I know that they launched that Rainbow Six Siege like sequel that died. It was dead on arrival.
I almost forgot that even existed until you just brought it up.
Yeah, you know, and it was on Game Pass and everything, and it literally died as it was released, despite being on Game Pass. They're fucked up as a company.
Yeah, it's horrible for them, man. Like I don't see where they can go from here. I don't think like they've lost the mind share of the gamers. Like no one really like they still have Assassin's Creed supporters, but with
Yeah.
that being delayed until like I think next year, I believe,
Yeah.
you have to wait for whatever they have in the pipeline for this year, and everything that they have so far doesn't look good, or it's been canceled or postponed.
Yeah, I agree, man. They need to get their shit together because it's not looking good. But I don't know what happened to Lester's been going in and out, sadly. So I don't know if he's coming back. But there's a couple of topics that I did want him to have some input on. But did you hear about the Suicide Squad leak?
No.
So 4chan leaked a screenshot of like the menu for the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
And confirms a item store, a battle pass, and mind you, this is probably going to be a $70 game. This is the next shit only game. So $70 with free-to-play model aspect. At least that's how I see it when I see the battle pass and whatever. And there's some games that do get away with that, don't get me wrong, like Call of Duty. And personally, I paid the full price for Call of Duty. And genuinely, I fucking regret it. But it is problematic that a lot of these games now have battle passes. It seems like every single like co-op game, co-op multiplayer wants to have these service models, and a lot of them fail. This game is in the same vein. And look, Rocksteady's a great dev, so perhaps the game will be better than these. But this game is in the same vein as Marvel's Avengers, and the most recent, what is it? The Batman, what is it? Batman Arkham game. I forget what the hell that game was called.
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights, yeah. This game is in the same vein of what they're going for. So, I mean, how do you feel about the fact that they did confirm the item store, the battle pass for a game that's going to be likely $70? Are you interested in Suicide Squad?
No, not really.
No?
Like, I know that it was coming out this year, but like if you go down the list of all the games that are coming out, that's it's at the very bottom for me. So I knew that it was going to be an interesting game, considering like they have the Suicide Squad going up against the Justice League, and because the Justice League is being weird or whatever. But like it being a service, like a, what is it called? Like a I forgot what that term is, but basically like a, games as a service. That's like the new thing for Warner Brothers games. Like the majority of their games come out and are that way. And I mean, it is what it is. Like you just have to accept it with a lot of Warner Brothers games. A lot of these, look, a lot of the superhero games that are coming out tend to be games as a service games, and you just have to accept it. If you do not want to play these games, then you do it and vote with your wallet. Skip it.
Yeah. For me,
or
like
Sail the High Seas. Sail the High Seas too, if you want to do that.
Well, the thing is, this is like an online game, so that's kind of fucked on that regard, But
I mean,
hey, when they personally introduce these models for a game that's paid, automatically, and I thought that when I first saw the Suicide Squad game, I'm like, this looks rough. But then they put out a second trailer, and I'm like, okay, I actually see potential here. Like, this actually looks like something Rocksteady would make. So I was interested at that point. But now that they confirmed Battle Pass, paid skins, shop, basically all the the Fortnite shit. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Automatically, this is buy at a really deep sale. I don't really buy games as a service. I try to avoid buying games as a service game day one, and most of them they can't bait me because it's like the mass majority that come out end up being shit. Gotham Knights shit. I mean, a lot of people wanted to argue that shit. The game is shit, and it's okay if you like the game, but it's still a bad fucking game.
Yeah.
It's a $70 game that ran at 30 FPS. Disgusting, and the performance was garbage, and the world was barren. And the characters, like, the voice acting was mid. The game... It's just amazing what people will cap for. And then Marvel's Avengers. To this day, the fucking NPCs still spawn underneath the map. I literally watch YouTubers that just dog the game, like, as a joke. Because basically Crystal Dynamics got super butthurt when the game launched and was broken, and people got on the ass for it. So, like, Square Enix... gave very, very, very bad PR responses to complaints in the community, so people just kept trolling them, and for years. And what makes it easy to troll them is that Marvel's Avengers is still fucking broken to this day. But
that's a fact.
Yeah, these games come out like shit. So most of the time, the mass majority of the time, if I don't day one them, chances are I'm gonna find out that they're garbage and I don't want them anymore anyway. So that's how I feel about that. If the game is genuinely good and it's a service team, I mean, look, at this point, games, some of them come out so bad, so fucking broken, that at this point, people are willing to, and I'm even willing to cave for a game that plays well and is actually fun, but has the games as a service model. It varies from game to game, But 4chan, thank you for putting out the news, so at least we know. And basically, anybody that posted that screenshot Warner Brothers has taken down their videos and all that. So
Wow.
yeah, and mind you, this game's coming out in May, and we still don't really know much about it. So they're definitely holding their cards close, and that's never really a good thing. When you feel like you got some gold, normally you're boasting about it. They have not been boasting. So naturally, I'm very skeptical. When you're quiet like this, it's not really a good thing. Messaging. Pause to see if he's coming back, but yeah, that's about it in regards to that shit. So, did you hear that Frosk quit the gaming industry apparently?
Yeah, I saw the tweet earlier. I laughed.
Yo, I was dying. Let me recap what she said. So, hold up. Let me go to the comments real quick, though. Let me hit the comments. I'm used to just seeing the comments on basically StreamYard is just bugging today. I don't see the comments, so I can't put them up, unfortunately, guys. But let me see. Our man Richard Swagler said Ubisoft seems to be in shambles. They need to make some changes quick. Yeah, like seriously, changes that get them in the good graces of gamers, like showing that they actually want, they want our attention, they want our money, and they want to earn our respect. Honestly, that hasn't been a thing for them in a long time. And Resi Senpai said, if Suicide Squad ends up being games as a service, I'll wait on a deep sale or buy it used. LOL, not like I care for DC as much anymore, so I can definitely wait. Yeah, I feel you. I'm kind of the same way, man. Like, the way the DC and Marvel IPs have been going these years, I'm kind of disincentivized to engage in their stuff. Even if it's good. Like, honestly, I'm just waned on it all, I guess I'm waned on superhero stuff in general. And Neozoic said, they said you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Exactly. So he said Batman Arkham games died a hero and Avengers and Suicide Squad game died a villain. Yokai Gypsy, thank you, sir. He said dope Cowboy Bebop hat. That's my shit right there, okay? Weeboo shit. Blaze came through. Oh man, you didn't have to, bro. Thank you so much for the $10. He said forgive me. He was supposed to be here today, but I guess got lost in the sauce. It's understandable, bro. I understand. You don't have to. It's all good, bro. Next time. But hope you have a good day at work, man. Take care of yourself. I appreciate that, really. And Damon's Ghost said people are just so thirsty for those cape games. Yeah, honestly, it's true. I mean, at least like it's one of those things where it's like I'm tired of the movies, but I'm open to like the video games because it's like if I could be like this person that does all these extraordinary things, like that could be really fun, But a lot of these games just come out not really hitting, sadly. Wish they did, but let's see. Hopefully, Suicide Squad is better. It is better than previous games as a service superhero games. But yeah, basically, Frosk has quit gaming. And all I have to say is bye, bitch. So she said, I've been angry for a long time with my peers for not using their power and voice to stand up for others in the industry. Had to come to some hard terms that people who I'd known for years, who I thought were good friends, just weren't. Devastated me for a long time. Anyway, I'm leaving the industry. Found new work elsewhere. This industry is really messed up, and what happened to me and plenty of others wasn't fair, and it could have been avoided if we had all stood up together. You let me down, but I get why. Cheers and good luck. Do you feel like there's an irony in this statement?
Yeah, she's a professional bridge burner.
She's a professional what?
A professional bridge burner. Like that's what she
Yeah.
does. Like she's good at that. Like she lights fires, and then you know what she is? She's like the person that they tell you don't throw stones at a glass. Like if you live in a glass house, like she's that
Don't
type
throw
of
stones.
person.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's that. Like she burns everything and then finds something new to like burn down. So her going to a new endeavor, whatever it is, hopefully she keeps it private because if it becomes public information, that'll get scorched too.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, I think that whatever she gets invested in will be scorched, honestly, on her own terms. I think that's just the type of person she is. She's so all she cares about is herself. She displayed that when people at G4 TV got fired, and her only response was, "Well, I'm still here, motherfuckers. Let's play games." And it's like
Yeah,
you couldn't even be like, you couldn't have any class at all to be like, man, I've worked with some of these people. It's really sad to see them go. I hope that, they land on their feet. No, like automatically people that you've worked with, your coworkers get fired, and your response is to tell people that don't like you that, hey, I'm still here. It shows that she's all about herself. And in these tweets, she's just saying like, basically that she feels like she's been abandoned by her peers. And it's like, well, you prove that you do the same thing. So I'm sure your peers recognized that and said, nah, this ain't the one we gonna cap for. That's just
yeah.
how it comes off. Um, but in regards to this, look, clearly she didn't like gaming. So why be here? Go somewhere else. That's
But
how I feel about it.
that's the majority of like the quote unquote journalists that are in like gaming spaces, whether it's IGN, Kotaku. A lot of those people were just not good enough to be able to make the great publications that exist, and they just go and fall back to gaming because it's a paycheck.
Exactly. And it's like if you have disdain for your audience, and look, if you have disdain for me, but you're still like, I'm just gonna do my job and act professional, hey, I don't care if you hate me as long as you're doing your job right, and you're actually, doing things that's required of you. Frosk didn't even do that. She would like literally make claims that were like stupid shit. She said that like Hogwarts Legacy is an Xbox exclusive, like crazy shit like that. And it's like, did you not watch the recent PlayStation showcase that they had at the time and realize that to actually no on PlayStation? Like she didn't even do any basic research. She proved that she had no reason to have the job position that she had. And she didn't do her research. She didn't really have the qualifications as far as I can tell. And she's tough to look at because how fucking punchable her face is. And she had disdain for the gaming community entirely. So why are you here? That's my thing. It's like people think that gatekeeping's bad. And my question is why? When we have so many people in gaming, the most popular form of entertainment to modern day, that don't belong here. They don't want to be here, but they're here because it's money in their pocket. It's how they can gain an audience, even though they hate that audience. But that's how they make their bread from garnering an audience, and and basically they're able to schmooze their way uh, with these people that run all these companies. And honestly, I blame a lot of these companies. It's companies like Microsoft, Sony, um, EA, Activision, on and on and on, that blatantly go out of their way to hire people that aren't even into video games, and that
Yeah,
shouldn't
they're
be
just meeting quotas. That's all that is.
exactly. It really needs to stop because it shows that there's a bunch of people that think that they're above us, that hate us, and it ends up being like Frosk. So at the end of the day, I believe in gatekeeping, and I feel as though this is a successful gatekeep. Frosk is out. We take the dub, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I just want people that are in the industry to respect me if they want me to buy their product or watch their show or give them like anything that they're asking for. If you want something from me, you better fucking treat me right. That's
Right.
literally what it boils down to. So yeah, I'm just honestly I want to cheer, but I'm gonna chill back. But resigned, said I'm fine with gatekeeping. Why would I want someone who doesn't like said thing to be a part of it? Exactly. It's like if you're like honestly, there's some gatekeeping that's genuinely wrong. Like people that want to be into gaming for what it is, and given like basic things like, oh, if they're a girl, like it's not right to keep them out of the gaming space. They want to be here, they want to experience gaming for what it is. Let them introduce them to it. Be friend to the games. Be friendly. But when it comes to people like this that hate the gaming space and genuinely want to change it, no, fuck off. Goodbye. It's really that cut and dry. Damon's Ghost said Frost played herself. Exactly. I completely agree. So, woman got fired twice. And like honestly, hustle and motivate said it best, man. Like that is one of my all-time favorite quotes. Said, "Fuck you get, well, how the fuck you die twice to G4?"
Right.
That's always be one of my favorite quotes from Hustle, man. He's a beast. Shout out to Hustle and Motivate. Good people's right there. So
Yeah, man, shout out to Hustle.
yeah, so Frosk is history. I don't think I'm gonna be talking about her no more unless she goes out of her way to stick her nose where it doesn't belong anymore. Like honestly, you said that you're done with gaming. I don't want to hear you talking about the gaming industry, gaming. Just move the fuck on. So hopefully we don't ever have to talk about her again because honestly, she's a huge freaking waste of time. But I don't know if Oz is coming back, but yeah, I think he's done. But
Yeah.
yeah, have you seen the Last of Us HBO episode?
I
or
just
no?
finished it. I just finished it today.
Nice. Okay. And what are your general thoughts about it?
I think if I didn't play the game, it would be a much more enjoyable series. Like obviously I played the game twice, so I know like what it is, what it's about. I know the characters. I know the development of those characters just from, if I'm just using the first game as a template. They definitely hit on some story beats that was like one-on-one with the game, but
Yep.
overall, I think they did a solid job with it, and then doing a few things to kind of differentiate from it. Obviously, with some choices in regards to the cast, but overall, you know what? And let me just say this, because I don't know if anybody else said this, and you know what I look like. Some other people don't, so it might sound kind of weird. Why is this cast ugly as hell? I just want to say that. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, there's not one attractive individual on this show. Like, 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 I'm keeping. I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to be honest. Like, that's like one of the things I'm paying attention to in this show. Like, everybody is, and this is even before like it's The Last of Us, where like all of these like these runners and the cordyceps are taking over. Like, this is before that. This is when everything was still okay. Y'all
Yeah.
niggas is ugly. Like, what is going on? I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's super nitpicky, but overall, jokes aside, I do think that the show's written very well, and like the scene with like Sarah, I think I don't know the actor's name, but he did a pretty good job of pulling that emotion from what Joel needed in that moment. I thought he did a good job. He didn't overact. He wasn't overly crying or doing anything weird. He sold the moment as well as it needed to be sold. So I did enjoy that. So, but yeah, overall, I think it's a good start to what the series could be in terms of a TV show.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, a lot of people may judge you in terms of like you think all the people in the show are ugly, but you have to understand that television and film is a visual medium. It's literally you're supposed to visually look at this piece of entertainment. And when you have people on it and the mass majority of people on it that aren't visually appealing, it's kind of like it's naturally going to you're going to notice it whether you want to be honest about it or not. That's for the individual to decide whether to be honest about it or not, but it is a visual medium, and if people don't look visually appealing, you're gonna notice it. It's going to take you out of it. And honestly, Ellie's forehead is enormous. Stop.
Oh, see, and that's the thing. I wasn't even like, everybody's been ragging on her and like her looks. I'm not even talking specifically about her. Like, generally, the entire cast of the show are just not good looking people. And I think that's on purpose. I think it's purposely like done that way to where that's not the focus. You don't need to be looking at eye candy. You just need to focus on the characters, the story, the writing, the you know, the cinematics, how it's shot, all that. And I mean, like the cinematography. So I think
Yeah.
they're trying to make that the focal point, but it's like you need a little bit of both. Like you need both to be able to accomplish what you want in terms of a continuous, consistent viewership where the rating, like they said, they had like 10 million rating, like 10 million viewers in 2 days. Like
Yeah.
that's a good number, especially for a brand new series.
Yep.
And maybe, you know, that's just something that older viewers would have the opinion of, you know, the cast needs to be somewhat appealing to the eye. But outside of that, I mean, they're doing their job. I mean,
Yeah.
clearly they have, you know, people are engaged, and I'm sure the viewership will boost up even more for the second episode.
Yeah, I think a lot of us were genuinely very skeptical when they announced the show. And you know, I completely agree with you. There are a lot of visually unappealing people on the show, and I mean, you know, that does it's one of those things where I guess like they just want to avoid like the male gaze and all that. At this point, it's like kind of a meme, sadly. But Neil Druckmann's kind of infamous for this shit. Like he does this kind of stuff. I don't think that he necessarily had a say in the casting, besides like generally. But I'm pretty sure he's not the person that casts in the story. But
No,
I
I don't
did.
think he had that much control. I don't think that.
Yeah, exactly. So there's so many people that go into a large production like this. This isn't a small rinky-dink TV show by any means. This is a large production for a television series. It's HBO. It's a pretty big deal. So, you know, obviously can't blame Neil necessarily for this. But one thing that really made me say, okay, I'm kind of warming up to this, is that though honestly the cast largely doesn't look like themselves besides Marlene, because the voice actress plays Marlene from the
Yeah.
actual game, and she looks relatively close to Marlene. So you know, besides like, you know, that drew me in, you know, while largely the rest of the cast didn't really look like themselves, their acting brought me in. It made me believe that they were the characters enough for me to say, okay, this is. I was skeptical, but okay, I can dig it. Like they're doing a good job on from an acting perspective. The story beats that are key were hitting and hitting in a way that I'm like, okay, I actually, you know, I can't say that it's better than the video game, because I think the voice acting of the game is amazing, and I haven't played part 1 Last of Us remake, but I
Yeah.
have played the remaster, and I've played through that game like 2 or 3 times. I can't remember exactly. Excuse me. Keep burping. But here's one thing that kind of made me. I was skeptical about this, because when they said like if you look at the end credits, it says you know, director Neil, like this is based off of the Last of Us video game directed by Neil Druckmann. But I
Yeah.
remember that he wasn't the only director of the game. He was the
It
co-director.
was Bruce Straley.
Yes, and they did not credit him in the credits. And apparently, like, you know, he The Last of Us co-director calls for unionization after not getting HBO credit. And he said, maybe we need unions in video game industry to be able to protect creators. And the co-director of the original Last of Us video game has advocated for unionization in the games industry after he was not credited in the recent HBO adaptation, and that's messed up. Bruce Straley, he was also co-director for The Last of Us, and that's why I feel like I like the story. I feel like he's probably the main reason why I like The Last of Us 1 better than The Last of Us 2. Neil Druckmann kind of goes off the deep end a little bit, and I kind of feel like maybe Bruce kind of kept him level-headed. So that's how I feel about that, and it really does. It sucks that they chose not to give him credit, because he's the co-director for The Last of Us. So, and I did notice that, but I didn't really say anything because I didn't really think about it on that depth until he had spoken out. And
Yeah, most people wouldn't think about it, because like a lot of people tend to forget when it comes to between The Last of Us Part 1 and Uncharted 4, both of them co-directed those games.
Yeah.
And it's like, ever since he left Naughty Dog, like Neil has gone haywire and just been like a control freak in regards to anything that he touches. So I'm not surprised that it's just his name on it and he's taking full credit for something that he didn't. Yes, he wrote the story, but Bruce is the one that helped him flesh out what he envisioned in terms of his writing. So it's like you got to give credit where it's due, especially in regards to when your idea and your both of your baby was put into a TV series.
Yeah, exactly. And look, man, I just want people to be credited when they put in the work. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter, if I like them or not. Even if I don't like them, I want them to be properly credited for their work because that's their work. That's their stamp. It's only fair. So I hope that this will be corrected in future episodes because that's definitely not right. And you look, man, a lot of people either like unionization or hate unionization. I feel like too many hands in the cookie jar generally is a bad thing. That's why I feel as though these companies should do the right thing in regards to this to avoid these situations. Just do the right thing. Naughty Dog, Sony, you guys make an immense amount of money off your video games. You're extremely popular. You guys aren't going away anytime soon. The least you can do is credit your workers, man. Especially from how I heard Naughty Dog's work ethic is. I feel as though a lot of their employees definitely earn the right to be credited adequately for their work.
Right.
But that's one negative. But overall, I really did personally like the show. I think the acting is really good. I really love the atmosphere. I like that low key. They reference 1968 literally in the very beginning of the first episode, and that's the year that Night of the Living Dead came out. So I thought that was cool. I instantly noticed that. I always like to see little things like that. Being a George A. Romero fan myself, so that was cool. And overall, I'm excited to see where this goes. I hope that it stays like level-headed because I think that the way they went about this is pretty level-headed. The acting is really good. I hope that what they added extra stuff to the narrative, and for the most part, I was cool with it. I didn't mind it. There's going to be differences between the video game and the show because they're two different mediums. Like things need to be explained to me in a show that helps the narrative flow adequately. Like I understand why they introduced the neighbors, which was a difference from the original game because they needed a way to introduce the threat in this world to the basic viewer. Obviously, we played the games, we know what the threat is, but like in entertainment medium of the show, they need to introduce what the threat is early on. So they use the neighbors as a way to do that. So I'm cool with that. There's going to be differences. We're going to have to accept that. For the most part, I agree. I understand why the differences are there, and I'm okay with it. It didn't linger too far off for me to be upset. It was crazy though when like, what was your favorite scene? Like your favorite part of the episode?
I think in terms of like pacing, I think the scenes or the sequencing in regards to the Sarah scene, the neighbors, being attacked. Then you go to Joel and Tommy in the car. And then after that, it's like you basically are getting what happened at the beginning of the original game. Yeah. And I like how they played out. And now they did add some changes to that as well. Originally, they had a car crash because it was just chaos there. But they introduced a plane crash in the background that wasn't there before. Yep. So I thought that was cool too.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. Like honestly, the whole car sequence in general, I love that. Like when you're in the car, and what I love about it is it creates so much tension because you're sitting in the car with them and like frantically looking around, and it builds up all this immense tension as they're trying to escape. There's just something about like being in that perspective that really just makes you uneasy and feeling desperate, being in the car and just watching it all go down. It really does it really does hark back to the game. So I really think that was a really great choice with how they filmed that. And I will say, I was actually kind of shocked and thought it was cool when you see the fucking plane crash. I was like, I wasn't expecting it. I was not at all expecting it. It definitely caught me off guard, but it was exciting. It was really exciting to see.
Now, I will say, I have to nitpick a little bit. The actor that plays Joel,
Okay.
he goes in and out of like a southern drawl. I will say the dude that plays Tommy, he was pretty consistent.
Yeah.
But the guy that plays Joel, he wasn't at all. And it's like they're supposed to be living in Texas, but then I think they moved. Like, I don't know where they are now. Like, in terms of, I forgot where they said the location was, but originally the game took place in like the South, from what I remember. So that I thought that was a little weird.
I'm okay with Joel. It's like the actor that plays Joel. I'm not okay with like the weird stuff that they're introducing to Joel's character with the narrative. Like him selling drugs, him you know, possibly being addicted to painkillers. Like these aren't things that Joel that we know was doing.
Yeah, that wasn't prevalent at all. So that was weird when they did introduce that.
Yeah, like while I do like Pedro Pascal as Joel, I don't like those aspects of his character being introduced. I feel like they're trying, because like to me personally, and I don't know if you feel similarly, but in the game, like a lot of people say Joel's kind like could be considered a bad guy. And honestly, I never really felt that way. I understand his perspective because like he sees, you know, Ellie as his kid, and he was gonna fight to the end for her, and he made this decision that he made out of love. So I can never really side with people that say he can kind of be considered a bad guy. And it's like when you're in that world, to me, I don't see that as doing anything to survive as being a bad thing. That's the world that you're placed in. Everyone's doing the same thing.
Yeah, everybody's surviving. You're just doing what makes sense for you at that time. If you have to do now, you might have to, you know, backstab some people if you choose to. That's just depends on what's going on with you at that moment. But with this particular, you know, storyline so far, that's not the case. Like they're making him seem like a really good dude, and it's like Joel is a good guy, but he's just in a bad situation, so he's just making the most of what he has available to him.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't like those new things that are introduced to his character. I just think that they aren't really necessary. I guess maybe selling drugs is necessary to introduce the guard, but I feel like they could do that in another way if they really wanted to. I guess they're trying, like, I don't know. I hope that they're not trying to make Joel, because that's like, to me, if you fuck up Joel, it's a wrap for me. Like, you know, I know that he's on borrowed time. Let's just put it that way. But if you beat down his character because he's like the masculine guy on the show, I'm gonna hate you. Like, I'm sorry. That's just, it is what it is. Because it's just unfortunate that that's kind of like modern day where you beat down on the guy characters, and while not really introducing the same type of stuff to the female characters. Because like, I see Marlene, like she's like, you know, the unbreakable leader. It seems like so far. She did get shot, but that's also in the game itself
too.
Yeah, so it's not like they're introducing new aspects to her character that kind of play her down a little bit. So I hope that this isn't a consistent thing with this character. But so far, I like where the show, how the show started off. I think it was pretty good. There's some things that obviously, like I said, guys, we're gonna have to live with some of these changes because it's two different mediums. So overall, hopefully it stays good. I'm definitely looking forward to the second episode. So and I know a lot of people in the gaming community really did enjoy it. So that's awesome. Honestly, to be excited for anything TV wise feels rare to me. So the fact that I could be excited about something from television is pretty awesome. So
yeah.
Resigned Resign doesn't like the show so far. So he's saying Neil Cuckman getting on my nerves, honestly. Yeah, he said they come out with this show instead of coming out with factions. Naughty Dog takes forever for everything. If they don't delay a game, something's wrong. They always delay their games multiple times.
And the fact that they're saying like it's probably the biggest and most ambitious game they've ever made to date, I'm interested to see how in they're perfectionists. Like they do not put something out unless it's to the standard that has been set with their name. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm low key. I am excited for factions. I feel like that it should have came out The Last of Us Part 2. That's what it would have made me buy the game day one, but I chose to wait for like pretty deep sale on the game. But I'm highly anticipating factions too because I really enjoyed the first one. I know a lot of people don't like that slow paced multiplayer, but it was like slow and methodical, and I like that. And it was brutal. Honestly, that's what I love about The Last of Us. It was fucking brutal. So hopefully that does come out this year. Not getting my hopes up because once again it's not Dog, but
right.
Yeah.
But there's so many games coming out this year that you'll be distracted.
Yeah, Iman said the plane crash was crazy, and he's also saying, don't forget to hit the like button and sub and share. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. Like, listen to my man, Iman, if you can. I appreciate you. So Doba Fett said Pedro Pascal's accent was all over the place. See, yeah.
Yeah, see, I knew I wasn't tripping. Like, I knew I wasn't buzzing. Like, I'll pick. Yeah.
See, I'm terrible on picking up on accents. So I'm just terrible at that in general. I didn't really notice it. I'm going to have to go actually, like, this episode, I'm going to, like, pay attention this time and see if I pick up on it. But I'm terrible with accents.
Yeah, like, like, I heard it, like, because it's clear with Tommy, he had, like, a southern drawl. So it's like, okay, he's like Tommy. Yeah, that's the thing. He sounded like Tommy, and that's what was weird about it. Because they were told not to play the games, and they were told not to experience anything regarding the games. Yes, he still
he didn't
embodied
listen.
Tommy. Yeah.
I don't think he listened. I think he actually was like, fuck this. I need to cheat.
Right.
I'm going to go do... It made him sound... If he did that, if that's what he did, more power to homie. He actually really did sound like Tommy.
Yeah, he was authentic. I appreciated it.
Oz, what you think about the show?
I think Joel was spot on. I think he looked just like him.
He looks close.
Pretty damn close. Like some of the shots, you're just like, wow, he looks just like Joel.
Yeah.
Ellie, I really wanted to like the person. Like, if I had to critique Ellie, the personality is there. The character itself is there. The look, no. Sadly,
and
no.
It's what, man. Like, honestly,
sad,
and everything. Cool. It's almost like they want us to hate Ellie. I feel like because all that Bella Ramsey has spoken about that I've seen thus far is like the fact that she's non-binary. And it's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck if you don't know what your gender is. Like, can you just talk about what you did to prepare for the show? What did you like most about it? What helped you bring the character of Ellie to life on the TV screen? I don't give a fuck if you're confused about your gender. I'm sorry. Please stop.
I don't give a fuck if you're a bowl of scrambled eggs or a fucking toaster oven. I don't give a shit, bitch. I don't give a shit.
Like, why is that the only thing I'm hearing about in regards to Bella Ramsey? Like, I don't want to hear this. I just want to hear how you made this show better in some way. And you being non-binary doesn't add to that conversation in any way, shape, or form. So that's how I feel about that personally. Yo, what is good, Anarchy 4K?
Oh,
yeah.
The only thing that bothered me that Joel's daughter was very white. So no, let's throw that out there.
Huh?
Joel's daughter?
You mean in the game?
Yeah.
She was blonde. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's one of those things where it's jarring because I mean, clearly they're of different race, but I feel as though her acting was pretty good.
Yeah. She was good.
I thought acting wise she was. I thought she was pretty good.
Like, I think she was one of the better actors, honestly.
Yeah.
But the whole highway scene, they nailed it. Like, it was kind of cool. It was pretty close, like damn close. Even some of the road signs was just like, wow, that looked just like the game.
Yeah. really, like, what was crazy was like when they were driving into that town, you just see all the people like all over the place, and it really raised the tension up pretty high. I really love that scene. But what was I gonna say? Oh, did you guys notice that that Sarah's character was wearing the same T-shirt that Sarah was wearing in the game? That was pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah.
So that was a nice little Easter egg. But
And the shout out to the gay couple. Was there a gay character they had an Easter egg for? I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't even
I feel like
recall.
Marlene and that other black chick were low-key a couple.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they were going for.
But I actually like the little I like how the old people were kind of cool, and like the dog was the smartest person. He's like, nah, bitch, I'm out. I tried helping you. He's fucking that was hilarious. Yeah, he actually had personality. Like that. I thought that was clever. That was really clever.
Yeah, the scene where the dog was staring at the old lady who was clearly turning, and he was just like, nah, I don't trust this bitch.
Yeah, he's like, I can sense this. I'm out.
Or he's like, I'll be on my toes.
Like fucking creepy white people come out here living out. Creepy white people.
You know, Anarchy said, hey, fuck Frosk. We made that bitch bounce. I'm finally off work. Yo, let's go with you, homies. Good to see you. Yokai Gypsy said, I'm not bothered by Pedro being cast as Joel. The one that bothers me is the actress playing Ellie. I don't see it. They should have picked the actress who played X-23 in Logan. I can see that for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
That's actually I'm curious. I'm curious of who they're gonna get to play when she's a teenager.
I think they're gonna keep her.
They probably
You think they're gonna keep her?
She's already 19. I'm sure they kind of went out of their way to make her look younger. Either that or she's lying about her age because she doesn't look 19.
She doesn't. She looks like she's like 15.
She looks younger than that. To me, she looks like a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Weird.
You think she? Yeah, he was about around that age.
Yeah. Like honestly, if I didn't think that she was 19, but her actress is 19. That's insane.
Like she's a good actress. Like I gotta give her credit. She was a damn good actress. Like she played the character right. It's just the look was her face was just it didn't add up.
Yeah, like me and TJ were discussing the fact that television and film is a visual medium. When people look unappealing or off, we're naturally going to notice it. That's just whether you want to admit to it or not, your brain is going to pick up on that. You're going to notice it. A lot of people don't want to be honest about that, but that's just the fact.
Like the brother looked like him a little bit. He sounded like him a little bit.
Yeah, Tommy sounded like Tommy. That was actually pretty impressive.
But yeah, it was pretty good. I'm interested.
Yokai Gypsy said who's excited for Abby in season 2.
No one.
I watched Solid Red's review of this episode. He's like, they're just gonna put fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in a wig.
No, it's gonna be Brock. It's gonna be Brock Lesnar in a wig. There you go. Just F5 on zombies. Let's do it.
Oh god.
No, you know who would be perfect? Fuck it. No, Billy Gunn. Fuck it. Billy Gunn's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be her. Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn.
Damn,
you didn't know?
No. You ain't gonna call somebody.
You tell him to suck it.
Scott Steiner.
Oh, that'd be great. Hi, if you hear me, you just gonna come in and clothesline zombies. Let's do it. He's gonna show. He's gonna show him what a real freak of the week looks like.
He's gonna eat a bunch of burritos too.
Yeah,
like
he's doing it.
Fucking yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I said we crazy. Yeah, you have no idea, bro. Reside said get Batista to play Abby. Batista wants a strong role,
man,
right?
I see it. I'll watch it. Why not?
Not far off. I mean, at this point, Batista seems to think that he's like one of the best actors out there right now. Apparently, they're trying to push Batista in this way that they're like, "Oh, he's the best. He's the best wrestler becoming actor of all time." And it's like, do you not know who Rod Piper is?
I mean,
are you guys that ignorant?
To be fair, Batista is making a case for it, but considering the type of roles he's been taking lately, like I definitely think better than The Rock right now. Like no question.
That's right.
But
And
at
and
least
if this
I
and if
will
this is
say
knock
that.
at the what is it called? The Knock at the Cabin, I think it's called. If that movie
Oh
turns to
yeah.
be if that movie's good, yeah, he's definitely gonna make a name for himself.
But
Like
I mean,
at
to
that
be
point.
fair, do you think, like, here's my question. I have technically two questions. One, how many films has Batista led on his own?
So he's been a lead role in a few movies. So like the one that was on Netflix, I think it was what's it called, Army of the Dead or something like that. The Zack
That's actually
Snyder
pretty
movie.
good.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty
he was
good.
the lead in
Is
that.
that like a movie you could take seriously, or is it like a comedy or something?
No, it's not a
That's a horror movie.
comedy. It's like a zombie. It's a zombie flick. It's a zombie action
Okay.
flick.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's actually
and
pretty
then he
cool.
has like silly movies. Obviously, he was Drax in the Marvel movies, and I think he had like a what was it called,
But
Stuber or something
he
like
isn't
that.
leading those though. He
No,
like
he's not a
basically
lead in that, but he was a
that's a
lead in Army of the
conglomerate.
Dead.
Yeah, so like, honestly, I don't even know what movie that is, to be real with you, but that's why I do ask the question. But
And I think at the cabin, the Knock at the Cabin, I think he's supposed to be like a co-star or something like that.
yeah, but that's the mass majority of his movies, where it's like a collection of relatively well-known actors together. And so, like, to me, it's like, has he really proven himself? Is it fair to say that? And my other question is, could Batista lead a film like They Live? And personally, I say, fuck no, he could not.
I mean, I can't compare him to like Roddy Piper has done. How many movies has he done?
There's like a handful. It's not a lot.
Yeah, so it's like at that point he would be competing with him, and no one. He doesn't have a They Live. He
No.
doesn't like. I don't think he has any classic. Well, outside of like, I don't think he has any classic leading roles. I think he has like classic supporting roles, but
Yes.
I do think that he's making a name for himself because he's stating like, I want to do more work, I want to show more range, and he's trying to do that. I think he's trying to avoid being typecast as, oh, I'm strong, big, and I'm going to be the action guy. Like he wants to get into different roles in different realms of the medium so that he can be able to show his range. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I actually respect that
No,
more so than
I think that he needs to do that, because like it's like they're saying right now that he's the best wrestler turned actor, and I'm like, I don't feel as though he's proven that, like, with the roles that he's been in. Now, if he goes on to do like leads and the movies are good, they do well, and he proves himself to be able to hold his own as an actor, I can conform to that as reality, that he's the best wrestler turned actor. But as of right now, given the body of work that he does have, I don't think that there's enough evidence to say that he's the best wrestler turned actor.
Now, I won't go that far. I didn't know that was the thing that's being said about him being like the best wrestler turned actor. I'm not gonna go that far, but I will say that in terms of the wrestlers that are doing acting right now, he might be the best. I think The Rock gets paid more, but The Rock has no range. Like The Rock is The Rock in every movie that he's in.
Yeah.
So that's why I think people are saying that. But yeah, it's up
one of those
to
things where you
him
have
to get that.
two different types of actors, and to be fair, one of them is almost non-existent at this point. But you have character actors, and then you have movie stars, and they're completely different. Like The Rock, I don't really necessarily he conducts himself as though he's a movie star. I don't think he brings in the type of money in the box office to be considered a legitimate movie star, especially after how badly Black Adam failed. It made no money, it lost money. So in that regard, I don't really think that he's a movie star. But he conducts himself as though he's a movie star. Then you have character actors that they're not playing themselves in roles. Like they are getting into the character. Because a movie star doesn't really, like, they're contracted to be in a film to be themselves for the most part.
Yeah.
They're there to, because of their presence, their name, that's what carries the film. So like in that regard, like I think that The Rock and Batista are two different types of actors. But yeah, no doubt The Rock has no fucking range. But that's because he conducts himself as a movie star type of actor.
I think John Cena is a better actor than The Rock. Hands down.
I think John Cena's might be the best of all three? I don't. It's hard to say. I mean,
because he's actually generally funny. Like he's actually funny on film, even though he's
yeah,
a fucking sellout to the world. But he's actually a good actor. Like he's actually you forget he's John Cena sometimes.
yeah. Like because we're used to seeing John Cena be like, the good guy sort of thing. So when he's playing like juvenile roles and making like the jokes that he's made, it is kind of like, oh shit, I didn't know that Cena could do that.
I mean,
But
especially when he was in the Suicide Squad movie. That shit was really fucking. They say him say fuck and kill
yeah,
people and actually blow
yeah,
stuff up. Like, wow, this is. You know what? Actually, I liked him for 5 minutes.
yeah. Golgo Poe says Cena is funny in that Amazon show. Okay.
He's funny.
I'm in.
He can be funny.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of like debating whether Cena's better than Batista. It's kind of just things where I can't really say
Oh,
definitively.
star power, like star power.
No, just like acting chops.
Oh, Cena's got better acting chops.
Yeah, I think overall Cena's better right now.
I do.
If you put all three of them
agree.
together.
Who's making the most money? Who's making the most money? Batista.
Is he?
Oh
Or is
yeah,
he
he's making
Rock?
this. He's making
'Cause I
Disney
think-
money. Oh yeah, he's making way more money than The Rock is.
Yeah, when you think about it, he was
Maybe.
making Disney money.
He's making Disney
Maybe.
money, baby. He's in franchises. What's the fuck Rock's done? Scorpion King? Fuck out of here.
No, I mean Rock's whether the Black Adam made money or not, The Rock got big money for that. And then he's also in the Fast and Furious franchise. That's a long-standing franchise that I'm sure you make a lot of money in.
Yeah, but that the hell's he part of the fuck's that group he's in? I can't
You
think of
talking
it
about
now.
the Guardians of the
Guardians?
Galaxy?
Yeah, they're making way more money than that, yo.
Well, he's been in the Guardians movies and he's been in the Avengers movies, like the last two Avengers movies he was available.
Yeah, I'm sure he's breaking some fucking nice bang off that.
Yeah. I mean, Nuke Duke said Batista's not a sellout to China. Batista wins this debate. I don't know, because Batista's kind of like a leftist. To be fair, Batista is a leftist loony bin in his own right.
I mean, that is true.
He's kind of nuts when it comes to politics. It's like, bro, like, honestly, it's one of those things where I don't think he's a bad actor. I don't think he's like the best nor like the worst. But goddamn, I just don't want to hear your fucking stupid ass political takes. But
probably the worst ever was Randy Orton when he did that piece of shit movie.
you know who's the best actor of them all? The Miz, okay? The Miz. Because no one takes him seriously as the Miz.
No. That's his wife, because she has to act like she loves him.
Man, fuck you. Yeah. I want to believe that the Miz and Maurice will be a couple forever, okay? Like they actually love each other.
The only couple we're looking in that relationship. The only couple we're looking at on Miz and Maurice is Miz herself, okay? How you doing?
Anyway.
Maurice is fine. Thank you, Miz, for letting us looking at your hot wife. Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Fine.
Last topic of the podcast is the Xbox Developer Direct Showcase, which let me see. This is going to take place January 25th.
Yeah.
Now, normally Xbox it's not usual for them to have any form of serious gaming showcase in January. But so they did announce this. This is officially an event. And they announced what's going to be there. So the fans should tune in on Xbox channels on Twitch and YouTube and Bethesda channels at 3 p.m. Eastern time to see the latest on, and they listed the games. So it is Elder Scrolls Online, Forza Motorsport, Minecraft Legends, and Redfall. How do you guys feel about you guys have any confidence in Xbox that you're excited for this? How are you feeling, Jim?
Excited. That's hilarious.
I'm not excited. I'm curious.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I commend Xbox for doing something that they don't normally do, which is have an actual showcase in January. But I can't help but feel as though this showcase is kind of lackluster. Now, I think it's great that they're doing Forza Motorsport. That's a big deal. That's probably Forza is like their peak franchise, so it's good that that's going to be there. And then Redfall is super exciting. It looks like it's going to be a fun game. Hopefully, I don't think that it's like game of the year levels, but I think it's a game that I'll probably end up playing with you guys that we might have some fun with. So those games, cool that they're there. No, Minecraft Legends, I don't really know what. It's one of those things where like the Minecraft Dungeons game is fucking garbage. I tried it. It's so bad. It's very, very childish dungeon crawling game that any adult could not take seriously. I tried to. I was like, maybe I could find some fun in this dungeon crawler since I kind of like dungeon crawlers. Nah, it's fucking garbage. So this Minecraft Legends, I don't really understand it. Like, it's supposed to be an action strategy game. I kind of thought at first it was Breath of the Wild Minecraft, which in concept kind of sounds cool, but I don't necessarily think that's the case. I have to see more gameplay.
I think they'll have some surprises.
I don't think so. Do not get your hopes up, bro. I think that this is it. I think this is it. But if they do have a surprise, hey, good on them. But
it's like 40 minutes, isn't it? It's like 48 minutes.
Yeah, but it's also a developer direct. So that means developers are going to talk a lot of shit, and hopefully there's a good amount of gameplay to offset the fact that I'm annoyed by all this talking. So that's just how it is. But the last thing that kind of just, I think, threw us all off was that they're going to talk about Elder Scrolls Online. It's like,
who cares?
Yeah, and like I've had my time with Elder Scrolls Online. I have about like 60-something hours on Steam, but I don't care. Nobody's looking forward to Elder Scrolls when we all know all the other stuff that Xbox, like all the other developers that Xbox has. Like, where is fucking Starfield? Where is what's it called? What is that fucking military game that I'm excited for? I can't even think of the name right now.
Military game?
I'm about to look it up. But there's so many. Where is Avowed?
Yeah.
Where's Outer Worlds 2? Like,
yeah.
These are the games that I really want to see. And it's not like it's not like these games have just been announced. Avowed was announced like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Where's
Indiana? Where's Indiana Jones? That movie comes out this year. I mean, you should have the game coming out too. Like, where's that shit with the fucking chick? The fuck's her name?
Oh, you talking about Perfect Dark?
Yeah, Perfect Dark. That's been in the works for fucking like 20 years now. Where is it?
I heard that game's in development hell. So
probably. Like, and just like fucking Fable, that's in development hell too. So it's like,
it's like everything in regards to Xbox is either coming out fucked up already, and the devs are trying to fix it in regards to Halo Infinite, or their games are in development hell, or their games take 10 fucking years to come out. Take your pick. Like, that's crazy to me. And
it's like the fucking rumor for GoldenEye remastered to fucking come out. It's been like it's so fucking obvious that it's coming out. Just fucking release it already.
And look, I don't want to like complain because it's like I said, this is a new thing that Xbox is actually doing a game showcase in January. So I am appreciative of that. But it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like people have been waiting. Like, I've been waiting. I have a Series X, and I'm just in a constant state of waiting when it comes to Xbox. And it's like, they now have all the developers of like the main developers of the Western RPG. And I love a lot of Western RPGs. And it's like, they kind of have like a hold on all the major players of the Western RPG. And I'm just dying for anything in regards to these IPs.
I think they might actually announce the family plans for Game Pass. They might do that too.
That makes sense, yeah. I'm also like, where's Stalker 2? That game is supposed to come out this year.
I was just thinking that they should show more of that. Hell,
yes, like, I really, really want to see like let me see a mission. Let me see a mission, like, because there's so much to that game, I'm super excited. Like, I want to be excited, but then it's like fucking like Microsoft is just professionals at keeping gamers blue-balled. I feel like it's just like,
It would be dope. I mean, in a perfect world, it would be fucking dope if they were released at that fucking day. Oh, by the way, Stalker's is out too today. Just to fucking surprise people. It would be nice as it's been fucking. The game's got to be done. It's got to be done. It has to be done. Damn, it's so much fucking time to work on this game now. It has to be done.
All these games, if you judge all these games by how long some of them have been in development, all of them theoretically, if you give all these developers a reasonable amount of time, there should have been a lot of games that have come out already, and they just haven't.
Because that'd be a really nice surprise. Oh, by the way, at the end of the presentation, Soccer 2 is out. That dude, people would go nuts.
Damn,
people would go fucking nuts.
Duke Nukem said probably Redfall will Redfill. Honestly, the game looks like it could be fun. I don't think it's one of those games where you have to set your expectations in a reasonable manner. I think it's going to be a fun game. It's not going to be a masterpiece, but it's going to be a fun game, hopefully, to play with your friends. So
I'm hearing really good things about it, though. People are like it's really fun.
Yeah, I mean that's what that's what I'm hoping for. Like honestly, a lot of games now, a lot of them either take themselves too seriously, or like there's always like a really annoying like games as a service model. Like, can we just get back to making games fun experiences?
Fun, yeah. Unique fun experiences.
Yeah. Yo, what's good, Meds? Good to see you, bro. As always. Damn, Nukem said perfect dark, more like perfect dork. Google posted PS Copium. Look, the thing is, I want Xbox to be good. Like I do. But honestly, they've been like, it's one of those things where I feel like they have potential to really just like blow the fucking doors off the hinges, but in a constant state of holding back. And there could be various reasons for that. Like I know Stalker 2, obviously the devs are dealing, with a war.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I completely understand why that game got delayed. I totally understand. But like all these other games are either coming out half-baked or being delayed. And it's like they just have a hard time getting it right. And it's like, what change needs to happen in order to get it right? And can Microsoft noticeably make that change so that I can then go to the conclusion that they made these changes that they needed to change. Now things are going to get better. I just feel like things just keep like getting pushed along, and despite all the stuff that's going, all the things that we keep hearing. Like we hear that Fable's in development hell. We hear that Perfect Dark is in development hell. It's like I want good news from Xbox. And honestly, with all these layoffs and everything, like and the games going up in price, it's just been a lot of bad news, and I'm not gonna sit here and make a whole political thing like use people getting laid off as like fanboy war bullshit. Like I'm not here for that. I'm not gonna do that. It's just it sucks. Like it sucks to see like all these things coming out from Xbox that aren't really good things. Like I want to see Xbox do better. I want to have fun playing Xbox games from their studios. Like this is like a major console manufacturer that's supposed to be releasing some bomb ass games that are the reason why I invested in their console, the reason why I invest in Game Pass, their ecosystem. I want to enjoy the experience and actually have a consistent release of games when I'm paying for a video game Netflix service. Like
right.
That's what I feel like we should be getting. Like Netflix and HBO Max, like there's a consistent release of content. And I just feel like there is consistency to some extent on Game Pass, but that's from third party. That's cool, but where's Microsoft? So that's what I'm waiting on. I feel like once they get going, like things are going to get better, but we're still waiting. And hopefully,
I think I'm fingers crossed. I really do think with the price hike and all that bullshit, which is fucking stupid, because the service has not lived up to the value of what it should be. Not yet. It's almost there. It's almost there. Like last year when Forza came out and Halo came out and fell on its face like a dumb 2-year-old toddler. It was almost there. Like it had a lot of cool build up. Like people are like, oh yeah, Halo's gonna be good and Forza's gonna be good, and Forza was good, and Halo turned out to be a big piece of shit. Which is sad. It's fucking sad because it looked badass,
Yeah.
It's just they lost their momentum after that. It's like fucking went out the window.
Yeah. Goalpost says Microsoft is a big boat, and Xbox
Yeah.
essentially rebooted. So it does take time, and games take longer now overall. I mean, it's it's fair to say that games are now more sophisticated than ever before.
Yeah.
And I do agree that some of these games definitely take a long time, but like I can understand a game taking a long time to make, but then when the game comes out and it ends up being a Halo Infinite's launch, all that time invested just doesn't seem like it paid off.
Yeah.
And why is that? Is it because of management? Is it from Xbox overall? Xbox is like highest level of management, or is it like 343's management? Like,
I
why is
think
that
it's
the
their
case?
own fault. I think it's the developers' fault and Xbox's fault because they were trying to widespread this fucking game on all their like their current consoles, mid-current consoles, into their fucking original consoles. I mean, that you can't do that. It don't work. You literally shot themselves in the foot with that.
Yeah.
They were focused. They were focused on just one platform.
Yeah. Anarchy 4K says tired as fuck, y'all. Have a good night. And once again,
Have a
fuck
good night.
MG Karen Frost spoken.
Uh,
Have a good night, Anarchy. Take care of yourself, bro. I
yeah.
appreciate you tuning in. Goalpost said, let's be real, Sony is in a precarious position as much as they all are. These games are not cheap, and they are all doing a big double think on them now. Look at UB and Square. I mean, but look, it's one of those things where I'm not gonna sit here and complain about Xbox and then hear people complaining about Xbox and then say, but what about these guys? Like, the topic is Xbox. I mean, but like at least Sony does release games. Like, and
But
to at least whatever extent, like, they look to be high quality. A lot of them
yeah,
I haven't personally purchased, but that's because of my personal preference. The
right,
last Sony exclusive that I did buy was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and I haven't been
right.
buying these games because they haven't interested me, or it's
It's
like something like Returnal that, I mean, it looks like a fun game, but um
no.
a game like that being 70, no, I'm fucking good,
Mm.
but I mean, look, a lot of people had fun with that game. I don't know if it's really good or not, but
Um, it's sad because it's been bare bones on both ends. It's really, I mean, all three of these companies have literally done really not much of nothing. I mean,
mm,
God of War has been their biggest. I mean, for Sony,
are you including Nintendo as well?
yeah, I'll include Nintendo in there too. It's been kind of bare bones. You've had some like Kirby was good. The fucking sports games suck. I mean, Bayonetta and 3 was okay.
I mean, but you're also forgetting Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which was a Game of the Year
Yeah,
contender.
okay. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that was a good game. They've had
They
some. They've had more games consistently more than Sony and Microsoft. They've have. I mean, the biggest hit that probably come out for Sony was last year was God of War. That's
Yeah.
their big. That
Like,
was their baby.
like the thing is, it's like at this point in the Switch life cycle, like the problem with Nintendo is that they don't have the hardware capable of playing the games that the developers are seeking to make. The hardware is just not capable enough.
Yeah.
Whereas, like with Xbox, I feel like most of the games that are coming out don't most of the games that they've released just don't look representative of like the most powerful console.
And it's supposed to be like it's supposed to like fucking be stronger than PS5. It
Yeah, like
has not proven itself yet.
when you're telling me Starfield's gonna run at 30, I'm just like, why do I even own a console? When I'm just gonna have to run that bitch on PC.
If I'm what I'm hearing, that fucker's gonna get delayed anyway. So like you
Now
need a game to come
that's a
out.
rumor, so I'm not really.
No,
I'm
you don't
hoping
think?
that the fucking game comes out soon. But
Just get it away with. Fucking move on to the next one because this shit looks like a piece of shit.
damn. I
It
hope
does.
that the game looks better because I mean, given to like honestly, when they showed that game off, I was like, wow, this does not look good.
I mean, the only game that you can compare it to is No Man's Sky. And No Man's Sky it fucking destroys it. It fucking destroys
I
it.
mean, to
It
be
has
fair, No Man's Sky
it was
destroys it
horrible on
because,
launch.
like, when it launched, it was garbage. Like, honestly, I can't
Yeah,
say
but
that Starfield would be worse because
the
at least
fucking robot,
Starfield is
the
going to
fucking
have.
robots. At least the robots were doing fucking crip walks on your fucking demonstration. I mean,
I
it
mean, but
looked
to
horrible.
be fair,
Those throwing
Starfield's
up
gonna
gang
have
signs.
a full fledged story like to it, you know. So it's like No
I
Man's
hope
Sky
so.
was the tech demo when it came out. Okay, there was
Oh, it
nothing
was.
to do. It was literally I fucking bought the game day one. There was nothing to fucking do. At
Oh, it was
least
boring.
with Starfield, you know, whether the game's performance is acceptable or not, whether you know the worlds are barren, there is going to be storylines and quests to do. And there is an experience to be had there, and not just one of those where like with you know No Man's Sky, you're just gonna walk around and go fly to different worlds, and that's pretty much the entire experience. Like, no, it's gonna be more than that, realistically. But
I hope so.
like, yeah, No Man's Sky in modern day is a huge step up from when it launched for sure, and it turned out to be like really like highly desired, and now like a game that's highly praised for its turnaround. So that's
Yeah,
cool,
it's awesome. Yeah.
and I hope that Halo Infinite has like that same thing. But sadly, with what I'm hearing in regards to these layoffs, it has hit 343. So I want Xbox to do well, but it's hard for me to like have hope. I need some proof. Like,
You
can a
know,
couple of these games come out and they're just fun as fuck? I don't care if they at least make them run at 60 FPS. That's like the bare minimum for me. I don't care personally. I don't care if the games are 720p. I don't give a
yeah,
fuck on that
yeah.
regard. I just need my games to have acceptable frame rates that are consistent. Like, let me
They
get
should
that.
they should have bought Bungie. They should have fucking bought Bungie. They should have never let fucking Sony get away with that. They're the ones that should be making fucking Halo.
Yeah, I don't understand how they were shelling out all that money and didn't go for Bungie. I mean, to be fair, them and Bungie had a massive falling out. So, you know,
It's
bad
weird.
blood there. So it is weird. It's weird that fucking Sony owns Bungie. It's weird that Xbox is probably gonna own Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. Like, we live in the Twilight Zone. I don't know if you know that, but we do.
Man, I'd rather live in the fucking Twilight Zone. It made some fucking sense. At least the Twilight Zone was fucking cool. This shit sucks. This shit sucks.
Damn. Yo, what's good? AV Limits, what's good with you, cuz? Final Fan Golgopole said Final Fantasy 14 is keeping square foot. I mean, they've had some games that are sus, don't get me wrong, but you can't look at Final Fantasy 16 and say and say that's not a potential game of the generation. That game is striving visually, like on a visual perspective. If somebody was to put Starfield beside Final Fantasy 16 and say, yeah, these are both on the same scale level, and they both deserve to be $70.
Oh yeah, Starfield looks like a piece of shit.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna look at you like you on crack. Final Fantasy 16 looks astonishing.
It does look like a good game. It does look pretty.
From a quality perspective, I know you have no interest in the game, but from a
No, I
quality
don't.
perspective, I think you can agree that the game
Oh
looks
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. The Final Fantasy games always look really good.
Yeah, like there's things to look like. There's things Square does. Honestly, my biggest problem is Square's PC ports are ass. Like that's one thing that really pisses me off about them. But there's some things that Square Enix has that are honestly I'm excited for. Final Fantasy 16 is the game that I'm the most excited for. I can't shut up about the game. So
The one with the dinosaurs and the fucking mech robots, that looked really cool. What the fuck was it called?
isn't that a Capcom game?
Yeah, it's the Capcom game.
Is it a Capcom game? I thought it was Square.
Yeah.
My bad.
I mean, I like a lot of their RPGs. It's one of those things where I like the type of games that they make. Some of them are not worth my time, and then some of them are. So, but at least I could say one thing: Square Enix at least releases games consistently. I'm honestly super excited for Dragon Quest III Remake because that's the first RPG I've ever played, and I'm excited for Dragon Quest 12. Dragon Quest 11 was fucking amazing. Like it is an amazing game. and Dragon Quest 12 is actually like doing like flipping Dragon Quest on its head. Like it's going to be way darker, and like I'm so excited to see that game. Given we haven't seen it since they announced it, but damn, I'm super excited. And Square Enix at least consistently releases games, whereas like games that are some of them are bigger in scale and smaller in scale, but they do have a consistency to them. PlayStation has a consistency release, even though some of their games, a lot of their games, I don't have interest in, but that's a personal taste. But there's at least stuff that they're releasing. But Xbox is just, they didn't even have exclusives when they released. Their release schedule has been shoddy. I mean, what last year? What did they release? Scorn.
It sucked ass.
Like, I feel like 2023 is the turnaround for them. This showcase, the fact that they're having a January showcase, is a good start. Now let's get games. Now, like, let's get the games. Give me a reason to be excited. That's what I want. I don't care. I don't care about brands.
They might do a separate one for Starfield.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully soon. Hopefully, maybe they are spreading out stuff to like constantly have their foot in the door. I mean, that's a smart way to go about things. I mean, PlayStation does their PlayStation Directs where they and honestly, their PlayStation Directs are fucking garbage.
Yeah,
but they are a waste of my. Most of them aren't out. I think the mass majority of them, besides the one that they had before the PS5 release, are all a garbage waste of my time. They have some fucking garbage ass games that they show off that I'm glad I wasn't excited for any of their PlayStation Directs. So maybe they want to go. Maybe Xbox wants to go about it that way, where they do Xbox Directs, so pretty reasonably often throughout the year, and we have like looks at their games that are coming out. So hopefully, they have like a plan that they hold to. That's what I want to see. A plan that they hold to, and consistent releases of games that actually, that play well day one. And that I'm excited for it, and that actually are fun to play. Like, let me just get some fun games, man. That's what I want. So, it's weird this gen born after 2K is closer to the Gen X gamer tastes, which kind of makes sense since they're kids of Gen X. Honestly, the way gaming's going is just
sucks.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be a retro gamer within the next 10 years.
Because PS4, I think PS4 era was like the less good era.
Guess I don't know if I feel like last gen was better.
It was better, much better.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting old. They don't make games that appeal to me anymore. And it's like, okay, so what are you trying to say, that I'm fucking old, gaming industry? Like you don't want to make games, you want to make games for Gen Z now? And that are just absolute cringe to people that aren't Gen Z.
Great, we're gonna make games for pussies now. Great.
They make games that are for children that are used to phone games. Like paying out like phone games pay out. That's really where the industry's headed. This mobile game market, but on the consoles and on PC. That's literally where it's headed.
They want you off the console. They want you playing on your fucking phone.
Yeah.
Big time.
And Google Post says agree to disagree. Hey man, honestly, man, everyone has their own opinion, and I respect yours. I do want Xbox to be good. I genuinely do. But I just don't. I'm not very excited. I want to be excited, but I don't know. Maybe it's just that they don't like the gaming industry. Maybe I'm kind of disappointed with the way the industry entirely is headed. I feel like I'm bored. Like what do I have to look forward to? Fortnite, because they have Sarah Connor in the store, and she actually looks like the Sarah Connor that we like. That's what I have to look forward to. Fucking RoboCop in the Fortnite store. Because
fucking Doom guy.
Shit that I grew up with, Yeah.
Fucking Doomslayer. Let's do this.
And Golgapose says it's about being social. But I feel like our generation, like when 360 came about, like when 360 came out, that was when gaming just went super fucking social. Like,
oh yeah.
insanely fucking social. And they wanted us to talk to new people. That was the big appeal of gaming back then, like meeting new people. If it be like making friendships, or I'm going to go in this Call of Duty lobby and just talk shit to a bunch of people that all had mics, and it's just a bunch of people yelling. Like now
I
feel
miss
like
those days.
I do too. Like I feel like now, like these companies disincentivize social like aspects. Like Call of Duty lobbies, like after you play a match, the party disband, like the lobby disbands, and then you're put into a whole new lobby. Like I feel like they do weird things for us to not really socialize. And I guess it's like because gaming is toxic, and it's like, yeah, gaming is toxic. That just comes with the territory. Like stop pretending.
Especially my fucking wallet.
Yeah, like stop pretending that gamers wear a suit and tie all fucking day while they're playing video games. That's not what it is. I don't get on Call of Duty to act like I'm at my job. No, I get on Call of Duty to act like a fucking degenerate.
Yes.
That's how it is.
You do.
But I feel like gaming now is made to make content. Like that's the thing. That's appealing about it. But these consoles, some of them, like I know PlayStation doesn't even do that right. Like some of these games you can't fully stream. Like you could stream most of it, but then like the end of the game, they'll be like, oh, you're not allowed to stream this. So it's like if you want to be into the social, if you want to put your gaming content out there, you have to get a capture card and a PC to do it the right way. Otherwise, you're gonna run into all these stupid stipulations. So I don't know. Gaming's just weird now. I just want to go back to. I want to go back to honestly the 360 days. That was when I had the most fun. PS4 was fun too. Don't get me wrong. I met a lot of awesome people there. But 360, it was just like it was the free and open internet, but just for gaming. That was what made it so damn appealing.
Yeah.
Damn, Alex First People said, just give me a survival horror game or a platformer or a hack and slash game. Yo, you're speaking my language, homie. I like the sad thing is I love the atmosphere of survival horror games, but I can't get through them because I'm too scared. But other than that, like platformers and hack and slash games are my jam. But Golgo Post says, I get what you mean. Trust me, I'm worried for games like the BioWare type RPGs. Yeah, I am too. I don't know, man. Like honestly, stack up on your retro games. That's how I feel about it, because you just never know when shit is just gonna go sideways.
Yeah, get a Steam Deck. Here, sell the 7 Seas on that.
Yes, RE4 is coming out fairly sure. I think in like March, right? The Lemonade King is extremely excited for that. Like that's he's super.
Leon's a beautiful lady.
Leon's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, guys. It's about that time. Oz, do you want to say anything to the chat?
Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck.
Every time.
Especially Red Hood. Go fuck yourself.
Oh my god, now it's like straight up, y'all just this hatred for each other.
That's right.
Red Hood was spitting facts. He was saying Todd Howard's story, sweet lies from Todd, and he's like Obsidian craps all over Bethesda. This is facts, man.
And he bought that Batman game. He bought the Batman game.
No, he didn't. He did not.
Didn't?
He did not. He refused.
Oh, okay.
Even the Red Hood himself said this is a pile of shit and passed. Okay. I have big respect for the man.
I redeem you for that. I know. I'll take back that fuck you. I'll take it back.
You're like, oh, just because Red Hood has self-respect, I must respect him.
Sure, why not?
Yo, Michael Joe, oh man, you came through so late, bro, but I appreciate you coming through. Apparently Oz is saying F the chat. I'm sorry, chat. TJ, got anything you want to say? Any parting words for the chat?
Burn in hell.
Yeah, as of now, I'm almost done with Death's Door.
Yeah.
Nice.
Playing that. I need to. So Trigun Stampede, I'm watching it. Obviously the original Trigun is like definitely one of my top anime of all time. So watching this is a bit jarring. I have to watch the second episode. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I will. Okay. And next time y'all hear from us, when we do the next podcast, I'll have been playing, Dead Space at that point. That'll be all I'll be
Yep.
playing, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get Dead Space because I have to get Undisputed, the boxing game that's coming out. They like literally early this month they were just like, oh yeah, like Undisputed, we're dropping the game on January 31st, and I'm like, wait, you announced this now? Okay, I'm not gonna complain anymore. I want it, so I have to get the boxing game. That's a must for me personally. Dead Space looks awesome. Everything that they're showing looks fucking insane. Like visually, looks amazing, honestly. So I mean, I know that TJ, you're hyped as fuck for it. So I really hope it's everything that you would like. I know that everyone else in the gaming community is extremely excited for it. I know Red Hood is. I know BitCloud is, as well as Blaze, and I know Solid Rev's super excited for it. So I really do hope that the game lives up to expectations and then some. So really excited.
Cool.
I'm excited to see how everyone feels about it, because I know there's going to be people that are extremely critical, and then some people that are just cool with the way that it is. So it'll be interesting to see the discourse, and it'll be interesting to see how people treat Callisto Protocol after experiencing the Dead Space remake. So I'm interested in that discourse.
I wonder how he's gonna look in Fortnite, because he's coming to Fortnite.
Oh yeah. Kind of tempted, I'm not gonna lie. I do have but you have to pay outright. That sucks, because I have a bunch of fucking V-Bucks that I could spend to buy him already.
No, you can use your V-Bucks.
I don't know, because they're saying that he was that they're selling him as a pack. So I don't know if that's the case.
No, they do that. You can buy the V-Bucks.
Hopefully. But yeah, guys, if you haven't, like the stream, really helps the channel. Subscribe. Really appreciate everyone that came through. I dropped a video discussing the whole Frost situation, but we did talk about that here, but I definitely went more in depth on it there. I'm always doing something. I like to keep myself busy, so definitely look forward to what's coming up. I don't know what it is. I'm a very spur of the moment person, but yeah, guys, I really appreciate all you guys that came through. Nuke Dukem, Golgopo, Alex vs. Evil, I'm Irish Slag Lord, Nuke Dukem, Red Hood, Michael Joe, AV Limits, Anarchy 4K, Neozoic. I didn't realize Neozoic went to bed, but I hope that he enjoyed the show. Resigned. Meds came through. Thank you so much, Blaze, for the $10 dono. Really appreciate that, man. Hopefully next time Blaze can make it to the pod. Yokai Gypsy, Gothic Chick. I'm in. I mentioned I'm in. Doe Buffett. Oh my gosh, there's always so much support, guys. Honestly, I always want to stress that I'm really thankful for everyone's support. Honestly, like seriously, really thank you guys so much. I don't the thing is, I never expect it. I always like downplay everything because I hate being disappointed. So honestly, I've gotten more support than I could have ever imagined. Brooklyn Breed, thank you so much for coming through. Bill Bones, Murdoch J. Oh God, I think he was asking if the podcast is on Spotify. I haven't done anything in regards to that. Honestly, I wouldn't even know how to begin going about doing that. I would like to at some point. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, we do have a consistent viewership. Maybe when the channel grows more, and I do think more than like one person would go to Spotify to watch. Honestly, I have to be able to justify the effort. Like if I feel like if a lot of people are going to go to Spotify, I would love to accommodate that. It's one of those things where it's like you kind of just have to, if there's a base for that, like a decent amount of people that really want that, I will provide for it in the future. Right now, it's just honestly, I'm a small channel. I'm a really small channel. I do all this by myself. I have to put my time to things that actually, a lot of people are going to go to. So in the future, I would definitely love to do that. Hopefully the channel does grow in a way that totally justifies me consistently being like, I have to do this. But Rezi Senpai, thank you so much for coming through. John to Don, like, if I missed anyone, I'm so sorry. I really appreciate you guys. Once again, thank you so much to the members. I'm in Rich Slag Lord, Hustle and Motivate, our Carry, and Get This Work. I really, really appreciate you guys. It was a great podcast. I know Oz, I'm sorry that you're the internet, or I don't know if it's StreamYards or your internet. Really sorry
fuck
that you had to
StreamYard.
put yourself through that shit. Yeah,
That's
that's
okay. I deserve it. I deserve it.
But hopefully the next podcast. Honestly, I've been having problems with comments. I can't bring up comments on StreamYard, so that sucks. But yeah, guys, it was a great episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care of yourselves, and have a good night. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks, every other Thursday. That's how we do the podcast, so that there's always something to talk about. 2 weeks is more than enough to gather a good amount of topics. But anyways, guys, yeah, with all being said, we out. Peace.
Yeah, we out.
Fuck Vince McMahon. Fuck Vince.